student council. She also enjoys soccer and being active in her church. Her escort tonight is Tamo Haas. Tamo's host parents are Kim and Richard Tarleton. Representing the sophomore class this evening is Lydia Fillers. She is the daughter of the late Christopher Fillers and granddaughter of Patricia Key, Mark Kanzler, and David Fillers. She is a member of FFA and the North Green softball team. Her escort is Grayson Collins. Grayson is the son of Kristen Collins and JJ Collins. Next from the sophomore class is Carly Rosenbaum. Carly is the daughter of Connie and James Rosenbaum. She is a member of student council, beta club, and a varsity cheerleader. She is escorted by Ryder Stover. He is the son of Shirley and Tom Stover. Our final representative from the sophomore class is Kinsley Sauceman. She's the daughter of Betsy and Anthony Sauceman. She is a member of FFA, Science Club, a member of the softball team, a varsity cheerleader, as well as an active member of her church. She is escorted by Christian Cogdell, son of Chastity Dixon. The junior class has elected Lauren Blevins, daughter of Amber Foshi and John Blevins. Lauren is a member of the volleyball and softball teams. She is escorted tonight by Lawson Davenport, son of Shailene and Edward Davenport. Next from the junior class is Serenity Cutshaw, escorted by Jake Duffy. Serenity is the daughter of Alan Cutshaw. She was elected to be an All-American cheerleader. Jake is the son of Brandy Duffy. Also from the junior class is Lauren Keffer. She's the daughter of Michelle and Dale Keffer. She's an officer of the FFA and Beta Club, as well as a member of student council. She enjoys being active in her church. She is escorted by Bennett McLean. He is the son of Delana and David McLean. Our final representative of the junior class is Cynthia Osmond. She is the daughter of Christina and Jamie Osmond. She is a member of the Husky band and the tennis team. She also enjoys Taekwondo. Her escort tonight is Austin Harmon, grandson of Corliss and Jamie Gass. Next are the 6 representatives of the senior class. From one of these, the homecoming queen will be selected. The first representative of the senior class is Brooklyn Babb. Brooklyn is the daughter of Angela Babb. She is a member of Beta Club, Youth Council, and Career Connect. She is escorted by Rivers Johnson, son of Courtney and Travis Johnson. Haley Bailey is the next representative of the senior class. She is the daughter of Ashley and Josh Bailey. She is a member of the volleyball, basketball, and softball teams here at North Green, as well as a member of FCA. She is escorted tonight by Yeshua Vaught, son of Brandy and Nathan Johnson, and grandson of Faye and Roy Vaught. Our next representative is Bailey Gillen, daughter of Deanne and Tim Wright. Bailey is an active member of Beta Club, Pep Club, and FCA. She is captain of the Chucky Dogs soccer team, as well as an active member of her church. Her escort is Don Stansfield, son of Tana and Dawn Stansfield. Riley Henry is our next representative of the senior class. She is the daughter of Ashley Stone and Ben Henry. Riley is an active member of FCCLA and the North Green volleyball team. She is being escorted by Brody Franklin, son of Stacy and Stacy Franklin. Next, we have Zoe Potter to represent the senior class. She is the daughter of Pam and Kenneth Potter. She is an active member of Beta Club, FFA, and FCA. She also enjoys singing, playing guitar and piano, and community theater. Her escort tonight is Colton Robbins, son of Melissa and Stephen Robbins. Our final representative of the senior class is Jessica Renfro, daughter of Janie and Mike Light. She is a member of Beta Club, student council, captain of the cheerleading team, as well as being selected as an All-American cheerleader. She is also active in her church. Her escort is Noah Deaton, son of Christella and Glenn Deaton. We would like to welcome back last year's queen, Gracie Johnson, daughter of Jennifer Graham and Bill Johnson. Her escort tonight is James Buchanan, a member of the North Green faculty. At this time, we will announce first and second runner-up and then the homecoming queen. The second runner-up is Jessica Renfro. The first runner-up is Haley Bailey. And by popular vote of the North Green student body, the 2023 homecoming queen is Zoe Potter.
And we are live here on Grassroots Media. We're live here on the Biggie's Deli pregame show. I have the honor. We've got wasp all over us, Joseph. I've got the honor and privilege to welcome into the booth or bleachers, I guess, tonight, Mr. Joseph McAfee. You hear us talk about McAfee and McAfee Attorneys at Law. He is one McAfee of that McAfee. Joseph, welcome in.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me this evening. It's good to be up here on the Tundra.
Excellent.
Just had a hole-in-one with that red wasper.
That is excellent. And, oh, the assist. Impressive. There's a whole nest of them up here behind us. And James Buchanan told me that was a legacy issue here. But I appreciate you being here with us tonight here in North Green, Cloudland. You know, we've got 18 minutes, a little below 19 minutes before kickoff here tonight. I know you've been doing your research. I know you've been studying. I want to hear what you learned about this contest here tonight. Namely, let's talk first about the Cloudland Highlanders. A little bit of history here, and then this year's team as well. What can we expect tonight?
Well, from what I can tell and looking at them, they're going to run that ball, and they're going to run a power game. I imagine, don't know if they're going to be under center and shotgun this evening, but they're going to run trying to get 4, 5, 6 yards at a time and wear you down.
And I know that, you know, historically they are a team that really does like to run the football. They've run the football a lot this year. In fact, they against West Green, it was a ground and pound, very quick, very efficient game up on Roan Mountain whenever West Green played them. I think that plays into the hands well of North Green. It's a team that they've already played a team like that likes to run the football in Cumberland Gap, but I think this offense is a little bit easier to I don't say easier to defend, but there's not a lot of misdirection and stuff going on. So when you look at Cloudland, you talked earlier off camera here, you talked a little bit about their enrollment numbers in these schools. This is 1A football. Give us those enrollment numbers on each team.
Well, from the best I can tell, a couple of years ago, it was hard to see exactly the current numbers, but Cloudland has about 303 students, and North Green is currently about 346, a few more students. But here there's a larger percentage of the student body that seems to play football up there in Carter County.
Yeah, it's really unbelievable. And Carter County, I feel like, mirrors Greene County really, really well. They've got 5 schools. 1 is a city school, 4 county schools. There's a lot of rivalries that go on there. Cloudland is a team that when you look at the history of this North Green Cloudland, I wouldn't necessarily call it a rivalry. They've been in the same conference for a number of years, have the 2 of these schools. But the last time that North Green, the Huskies, as a football program defeated Cloudland was in 2014. They also defeated them in 2011. And then before that, the first time and the only other time that North Green has beaten Cloudland in football was 1980. So in the history of North Green football, we're talking about something that has not been done but 3 times in the history of North Green football. What if you're talking from a football standpoint? You coach football, you understand the game a little bit. In a game like this, when you've got 2 teams that really like to control the clock, control the ball, what are some keys to the game if you're North Green? If you're North Green and Coach Tilson, what are some keys to the game tonight to come away with the 4th victory in program history over Cloudland?
Well, if it's anything like coaching 5- and 6-year-olds, you got to keep that line motivated and take care of the ball.
If you were to ask Coach Tilson in his office earlier this afternoon, because I did, that very same question, one thing that he mentioned is that the number one thing that you have to do is they have to take care of the football. If you're constantly turning the ball over, you can't score. If you're giving the ball over to the other team, offensive line, defensive line play, winning in the trenches is extremely, extremely important. So a little bit of not necessarily this game, but you were a graduate of Chuggadoke High School. Did you play football out at Chuggadoke?
Well, there for a couple of years, I was probably the best 3rd-string special teams player they ever had.
Well, okay, you were on the team though.
Yep.
Who was the coach out at Chuggadoke at that time?
That'd be George Fry.
Oh,
Mr.
George Fry, the former athletic director for Greene County Schools there.
Yes, sir. He's a good guy.
He actually is and I'm sure you knew this, West Greene High School graduate.
Yes, sir.
And I did not know that until just a few years ago. I did not know that he graduated from West Greene. Always had associated him with Chuggadoke. He was the principal out there whenever I was in school at West Greene. So Chuggadoke North Green, was there ever a rivalry there between the 2 schools in any sport?
Well, I can tell you the last time I think I was up here on the Tundra, and I'm half Husky, by the way.
Okay.
North Green, for some reason, wore us out. I think it was my sophomore year in 1999. I think Joseph Ormsby was the quarterback, and, well, he had a lot of fun that evening.
Well, so North Green, I think my sophomore year, David and Dallas Lynch, I was actually talking to somebody about that earlier. They started the year 5-0. We were their 5th win. They beat us 55-0. They went on that year to lose 5 games straight. One of those games was a Cloudland team, and that was a year where they thought they had a really good chance to win that game against Cloudland. But tonight here at North Green, you've got a team that earlier on in the year they made a quarterback change. They had Grayson Collins starting out. Grayson is a really good athlete for the Huskies, but they really liked what Thomas Darnell gave them from a passing perspective. It also allowed Grayson to be able to get out there and get the ball in space and do what he does well, which is just be an athlete. So if you're North Green, I think talking about their keys to the game, obviously you don't want to turn the ball over. You want your offense and defensive line to win the battle in the trenches. But at the end of the day, the number one thing you have to do is you have to not be behind the chains. You have to get ahead of the sticks. You have to get first downs. You can't have 3rd and longs. You have to have 3rd and shorts. Do the Huskies tonight. This is the Biggie's Deli pregame show. We're going to take a brief break, and we will be back after these messages here on Grassroots Media. At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Korner Pawn is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Korner Pawn help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greeneville, Tennessee. Tommie's Plumbing has provided professional plumbing services to the residents of Greeneville, Tennessee for over 30 years. Our experience and reputation have helped us grow our business to add locations in Jonesboro, Tennessee. Tommie's Plumbing is local and family owned, and we offer a full line of plumbing services, such as kitchen faucet, shower faucets, commodes, and bathroom faucets, as well as drain cleaning. We also provide outside plumbing work, such as septic and sewer drain cleanouts, as well as repair and replace. Tommie's Plumbing pretty much does it all. Tommie's Plumbing is licensed, bonded, and insured. Our quality workmanship and passion to provide our clients with expert service is second to none. We guarantee we have the best warranty around. For all your plumbing needs, give Tommie's a call at 638-3662. Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to the Biggie's Daily Pregame Show. Again, I am joined with my co-host for the evening, Mr. Joseph McAfee. Joseph, we were just talking about there during the break. We were talking about tomorrow's games, and we were talking about how big of a slate it is for college football. But tonight we've got a huge slate in East Tennessee, and the Huskies are now coming out onto the field. And they do this every game. They started this several years ago, but they actually walk through the front row here in the stands. So it's a beautiful night here in Bayleton, and we'll let the Huskies walk in. And then as we move closer, I think we're under 10 minutes now before kickoff, and they may try to get going just a little bit before then. It's a big region game. I was telling on the high school game day, Joseph, that if North Green takes care of business here tonight, then what they have in store for them, if they take care of Cloudland tonight, Cosby goes on the road to Jellicoe, who right now is first place in the Region 1-1A division conference, whatever you want to call it. They're first place. If they go on the road and take care of Jellicoe, North Green takes care of Cloudland tonight. North Green is in the driver's seat. If they win out, they would be in a three-way tie, I believe, for first place. It would be and even possibly first place outright if Cloudland is to beat Jellicoe later on in the season. So, there's a lot of what-ifs there as you get at playoff time. But, North Green feels really, really good about tonight's game, I feel like. So, it's high school football here in East Tennessee, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of excitement. As we get prepared, as we move closer to kickoff here. Again, what I think is interesting about these small town, and Greeneville does this as well. I'm sure you've been to Greeneville games. Greeneville walks through the front row of the crowd there. Sometimes it's like that's a little bit of a risk.
Well, sir, first of all, I'm not sure I've ever been a spectator at a Greeneville game. We played them a couple of times when I was at Chucky Doak there at Burley Stadium, but I'm not sure I've ever been a spectator.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So we never played Greeneville. Whenever I was in high school at West Green, it's probably a good thing because we were getting beat 55-0 by North Green. So Greeneville game may have been a murder. But I've been to a few Greeneville games, and they do the same thing. They walk through the front row of the crowd. It's a pretty neat entrance. It really is neat there. But again, it kind of takes away the surprise of running through the paper here if you've already seen them right here. Cloudland is still not out here. Again, we'll have the national anthem here in just a few minutes, and then we're going to be set for kickoff. I will say this. We had mentioned just a few minutes ago that Cloudland likes to run the football. But earlier when they were warming up, there were not a lot of plays that were ran in the pregame that were run specific. There was a lot of passing routes that were put out there. It's not indicative, obviously, of what's going to happen exactly, but you like to think if they've watched film at all, North Green has struggled to defend the pass. And I know you've coached, the younger kids and things like that, but what is so difficult with, you see it in high school football around East Tennessee, what's so difficult for high school players to defend a pass? If you've got a quarterback that's decent and wide receivers that run good routes, what is so difficult for a defender in high school football to defend the passing game?
Well, if you're running man-to-man, sometimes it can just be athlete versus athlete, which is its own challenge. But if there's a running quarterback, that makes it extra tough.
And we'll come back right after the moment of silence and national anthem.
At this time, our North Green Husky band will be playing the national anthem.
So you had mentioned there just briefly, you mentioned that sometimes it's athlete versus athlete, but I think that's probably true for most of the time. When you run a good route, though, when you see a player that runs a good route, even then, you might be the better athlete. But do you think it's because the fast twitch, for instance, you're running a post pattern, you run 5-10 yards down the field, you're about to make the cut, the defender doesn't. In high school football, though, is there that big of a disparity, you think, in the athletic ability of these players in the secondary? Or
well,
I never played secondary.
It certainly can be, of course. I probably used to practice at cornerback some, and that's probably one of the hardest positions to play in football because, especially if it's man-to-man, you don't know when the person's going to cut on their route. You don't know if it's designed specifically to go to this person. You also don't know if there's somebody about to decleat you coming from the other side.
Yes.
So
You're kind of flying blind there. And you're right. It is difficult to have that there. So when you look at across the field here, I was talking to Coach Buchanan earlier, and I asked him, I said, do you think you'll have a pretty good crowd tonight? And he said, I think we will. I think we'll have a really good crowd tonight, but at the same time, I think that we also, it's going to depend on whether or not Cloudland travels very well or not. And so for the size of school that Cloudland is, and for the jaunt from Roan Mountain all the way down here to Belton, I believe that that's a pretty sizable crowd over there for the Cloudland Highlanders, especially when you look. You made this comment earlier, and I thought that maybe it was just because of the fact that maybe they didn't have all their players out there warming up. Do they have more than 25 players suited up for the Cloudland?
It may be a close call. That, in my previous experiences, that seems to be lower numbers than what I've come to expect from Cloudland over the years.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, if you're suiting up 20 to 25 players and you're winning games, I think that says a lot about your team, because you're definitely playing both ways. A lot of your athletes are. So by the end of the night, they're definitely wore out, which might be why single A basketball in this area is so good, because by the time they get out of football, they're so conditioned to play an entire football game that by the time basketball season gets here, they're just ready to go.
I know one thing, if I'm North Green's coaches and I see a bunch of other players over there having to play some Ironman, I may not mention it to my players, but I may be encouraged by that.
Yeah, you want to definitely try to pick up the tempo wherever you can and try to keep them on the field longer so that they don't get those breaks, they don't get the rest and stuff that they do as well. So we're just about to kick off. We're under a minute now ticking down. North Green will kick off, which means that the Cloudland Highlanders will receive the opening kickoff. North Green will defer to the second half, and we're going to see. We're going to see exactly what this game is going to entail right off the rip. And I do not have, I know you've probably got the, you probably have the rosters there. And North Green's roster I know pretty well. I'm going to be referring pretty heavily to the roster for Cloudland tonight. Justin Weir, who is up in the booth, he's going to be helpful. We'll be able to hear him over our headset about who it is, who's running the ball, who's making tackles and things like that. But it's almost kickoff time here in Baylor.
For the Huskies, number 10, Caleb Fields. Back to receive for the Highlanders, number 24, Kingston Cole, and number 21, Grayson Cole.
TWSAA has a website where you can actually go and find the rosters, and it is unbelievable how few schools actually turn in their rosters to, well, at least rosters that TWSAA post.
So in doing my homework, kudos to North Green for putting theirs online, but not that I know of. None of the other county or city schools put their roster on that.
Eric Tilson does a really good job of having a media sheet and things like that. Eric also played football at Emory and Henry, so he's probably used to having a media sheet that they hand out. It's really, really nice when we go to Tennessee games and you walk up there, they have a little placard with your name on it, and underneath that they have the media call sheet, and it has everybody's names, pronunciations. It's really, really nice to have. It's really nice, but it's time for kickoff here on the Tundra.
But with a name like McAfee, I can certainly appreciate how to pronounce.
I don't know. McAfee doesn't seem like it's that hard to pronounce. We're underway. Foot to leather. Pretty good kick. It's going to be received. And Cloudland finds a hole up the left side, and he's going to continue moving all the way down to just about the 50-yard line, and that's where Cloudland is going to take over. It's going to be 1st down and 10. And Cloudland takes over. That was Grayson Cole on the carry, on the return, I guess I should say.
Pretty good blocking on that return there from Cloudland. It's hard for a second to tell who had the ball once they got in that big mess.
It was. You know, I also think for North Green, you've got to do a better job of getting in the holes and making tackles, wrapping up. It's Cloudland coming out in this power look. You got one receiver down here short. A handoff up the middle. Again, Cole, he's going to be stopped after a gain of about 4. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 6 for Cloudland. And
pretty good tackle there. It looks like Brandon Weems is the North Green Husky coming up with it there.
And number 1,
And they moved the original line of scrimmage for a second, and it had to be told to go back. And that's probably what you're going to see a lot of tonight, that power I formation. That is a Cloudland special. Again, handoff left side to Grayson Cole, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Joseph, if you are Coach Eric Tilson, you like to see that. Again, talking about controlling the line of scrimmage.
Specifically when it's hard to tell who got the tackle because there's so many people in there.
Just swarming to it. It's going to bring up a third down. I think they're going to give him a 2-yard gain on that. Bring up third down and about 4 for the Highlanders. It's important right here. I would not put a pass out of the equation here. North Green's going to jump off sides. It's going to be first down. Cannot shoot yourself in the foot like that.
I'm willing to bet that the coach down there has ran some scenarios to teach him not to do that, and bless their hearts.
It's one of those things in practice. You talk about it literally every day. You know, that's in a situation like this, when it's third down and 4, third down and 5, and you commit a penalty like that gives them a first down, that's essentially turning the ball over.
And if you're on offense, it's almost malpractice not to try.
Exactly. Why would you not? It's like, you know, when you're 4th and inches or on the goal line, why do you not line up in a power set and run a quarterback sneak? You need a yard. Why not try to fall forward for that yard? After a gain of 6 again by Grayson Cole, it's becoming very evident already that Grayson Cole is the go-to athlete for Cloudland, at least so far.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Cloudland do some misdirection here pretty soon.
Little fullback dive, and he's going to move the sticks. Looks like it's going to be good enough for a first down. That time handed off to the fullback, and again, I'm with you. You know, you just, it's one of those things where you keep doing the same thing over and over. You know that at some point there's going to be a payoff. There's going to be a setup, either play action, misdirection, something of that nature. And that time they line up in that power eye, hand it off to the fullback. Look at a little offset eye here. Hand off to Grayson Cole, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up second down and 10.
It looks like North Green's running a 3-3 defense, and their defensive line, just 3 of them neutralized that attack there.
It's really nice when you've got defensive linemen who can take on and engage the offensive line in blocks, because then your linebackers have the opportunity. If your linebackers are reading keys, especially, they can get downhill and clog up that hole, which is exactly what you just said. This is what just happened. I formation. A little pass out into the flat. He was open. He had it open in the flat, but instead of a first down, which that could have been a touchdown easily if that ball is completed.
It's hard to tell where that player started out. He might have been the tight end on the boundary side over there and just snuck through the linebackers and was wide open.
He was. He got out here in the flat. Again, I think that it's what you just talked about, just continuing to set up, and set up. We may see a little bit of a rollout pass here. Again, it's 3rd and 10, and North Green's going to jump off sides again. And again in a third down situation. Luckily for North Green this time, it's only going to make it a 3rd and 5. But instead of 3rd and 10 and putting yourselves in a real opportunity to get the ball back, you now give a 3rd and 5, which lends itself very, very much so. Lends itself for Cloudland going for it on 4th down here. Handoff fullback, and it looks like he's going to pick up. It's going to be close. It's going to be exceptionally close. They're going to say 4th down. So it is going to be 4th down and about a yard for Cloudland. You know, I think, what did you say, malpractice? If they don't try?
If they don't try that hard count, it's probably malpractice or a quick count. You know, as soon as you line up, snap that ball, try to catch them off guard a little bit.
Do something to change it here. And they fumble the snap. Quarterback's hitting the backfield. He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it, Joseph, with the fumble of the snap.
Way to be aware by the Husky defense. They certainly didn't give him a chance to run around the outside there.
That is, I mean, to say that is a huge momentum play early in this game feels like a gross understatement. You see Coach Tilson, he's getting excited down here on the sideline. That, honestly, 4th down, half a yard inside the 20-yard line, that feels like if they get that first down, that momentum continues to the end zone.
And if I'm the coach, too, that's going to give my defense a clean slate on those offsides. I'm not going to give them too hard of a time if
No.
they stop them on 4th.
No, you're going to say, hey, listen, a lot can be swept under the rug whenever you do stuff like that, get off the field on 4th down. So North Green with their first offensive possession, Yeshua Vaught, the career rushing leader in the backfield beside Thomas Darnell. And it's going to be either a false start or offsides. Everybody started moving. It looked like the center did not.
Offsides on the defense.
And it is going to be offside.
1st and 5 for the Huskies.
So, Joseph, we are 8 plays into the game, and we have 3 offside penalties. It's not really boding well for the remainder of this game.
Mid-season jitters, I suppose.
I guess so. Thomas Darnell has a huge hold of the outside. He's got a man beat. He's going to be upended at the 50-yard line. Thomas Darnell with a 25-yard run on play number 1 for scrimmage for North Green.
Safe to say the home crowd here enjoyed that run. Faked it to the running back, pulled it, and took off.
I was about to say, did that look like a designed run? Was that like a read option that he sees there? Or?
Well, I'm sure that Cloudland knows who Mr. Vaught is. And, well, they were probably keying on him.
Probably keying on him, a little bit of a read option there, and Thomas Darnell with all kinds of room to run. Snap is back. Darnell's going to look to pass. He's got a man open. It's going to be picked off. They're going to say he was out of bounds. He dropped it. I thought that ball was picked off at first. Are you surprised right now? Do we have a flag in the backfield? And that's around the area personal foul. It is. Personal foul roughing the passer. I didn't see that. Did you see that?
When he let go of the ball, our heads were headed downfield.
Yeah.
Looked like number 75 was in the neighborhood.
He must not have pulled up. He must have just continued going there. You know, are you surprised with North Green? Obviously, Yeshua Vaught, as you know, running past setting the career rushing record here. Are you surprised North Green comes out with the 2 plays they've ran so far?
Yes, sir, and I think that's probably the idea from the coach. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think Mr. Voss touched the ball yet, and good for them, and I'm sure he's getting ready to right now.
I would say he's going to very soon. And again, you're going to have another play action. It's going to be a deep ball, and it's going to be underthrown, intended for Grayson Collins. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Huskies. Again, another play action in the backfield. I think you're exactly right. I think that Coach Tilson is I think they realize what Cloudland is keying on in the backfield right now. And so far, through the first 4 plays of this drive, Yeshua Vaught has been a decoy. You'd think he's got to touch it here soon, though. He does here on a little counter play, and he's going to gain about 3 yards. And a little late activity, no flag on the play. I'm going to say he gained 2 yards. Now they give him 3. Now we're getting a White Hat is sending 75 out of the game. I'm not sure. I've never seen that before. No penalty, no flag. Just asked him to leave the game. I don't know if he was improperly dressed or.
3rd down and 7 for the Huskies.
Well, if memory serves, that's the individual that had the personal foul roughing the passer earlier.
It is. Same number. Thomas Darnell drops back. And he throws it. And there were defenders in the area, but really there were no green jerseys in that vicinity for Thomas Darnell's pass on that particular play. You know, if you're the Huskies, you're at the 31-yard line. Obviously, they're keeping the offense on the field here. But if you know that you're probably going to go for it on 4th down, do you try to throw it on 3rd and long there, or do you run it to make it a more manageable 4th down?
No, sir. I think what we do here is do a quick kick, try to pin them back as deep as possible. Go big or go home, you know.
Well,
the defense did well that last
they
drive.
Did.
Don't give them good field position because that's going to have a big part of this game, I think.
Yeah, it's early. It is early. I don't know that you need to be point chasing or anything else right now. Maybe they try to draw them off sides, and they don't. They snap it. Darnell is back. and he throws it over the head of his intended receiver. I believe he was excited a little bit there. He snapped the ball. If he waits for that play to develop, and I'm going to get the Colton Robbins was streaking down the field. He had nobody around him. He had got out into open space, and he had nobody around him. So now to your point, Cloudland takes over on their own 31-yard line. They have a little bit shorter field to go than if you kick that ball deep, put it inside the 10. And 75 is back in the game for Cloudland.
They might try to score in 8 plays now rather than 12 previously.
Well, and that's a lot of time off the clock when you're running the football. We're already halfway through the first quarter just because of and really North Green has thrown it and been incomplete several times here. Hand off Grayson Cole, and Grayson Cole's going to maybe get 3-4 yards. We'll see where they spot it. No, it is Birchfield, number 7.
Well, if I'm Coach Tilson, I also probably wouldn't just completely scratch that last play out. That tight end was pretty open.
He was wide open. If he gives him just a second to get a little further down the field, that's a touchdown. And, in fact, it seems like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to use the pass game to take control of this game. And they give Birchfield 5 yards on that carry. And it's a little waggle play out in the flats, and he is wide open. And it's going to be man-on-man in the secondary, and he escapes and eludes for 1 tackle. It's going to be a gain of just about 35 yards there, 30 yards for the Cloudland Highlanders. Little waggle play out of the backfield.
Looks like Jake Duffy on the tackle.
Jake Duffy on the tackle. It was Cam Peppers. Cam Peppers, the fullback. That was just a Joe Case special. A Joe Case waggle in the flat is all that was. Play action, fullback out in the flat. He was wide open, 30-yard gain. Hand off to Birchfield, and Birchfield finds a hole, and he's into the secondary, and he's going to be brought down after another gain of 15 yards, and it's going to bring up a 1st down and 10 inside the 20 for the Highlanders.
I don't know if they give out dog bones or pride stickers up here, but number 13, Duffy, there saved 2 touchdowns already.
Well, he's the only safety, so he's reading these plays, and honestly, he's the last on the fence. You can tell he's a little exhausted right now. He's made 1 play on one side of the field, saved a tackle or saved a touchdown on the other side of the field. Little full house backfield for the Highlanders. Be a handoff Grayson Cole, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of, we'll say 4. They're going to give him 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Highlanders. So this is about where they got the last drive, Joseph. If you can stop them again here on 3rd down, we know what they're about to do. If they get to a 3rd and 5 situation, they're going to go on 2. They're going to go on 2, 3. They're going to try to draw you offside here. Birchfield tailback. Hand off Birchfield, full steam ahead, and he's going to just carry Huskies for another 7, 8 yards, pick up a 1st down. It's going to bring up 1st down and goal at about the 8-yard line. What are you seeing there, Joseph?
It looks like a mountain strong run right there. That's a Carter County staple there, carrying people around.
Well, he had 2 blockers in front of him, lead blockers, but when he got that football, he hit that hole like a man with a purpose, and he continued to carry defenders with him. 1st and goal for the Highlanders. The flag, did you see anybody move?
It looks like at this point it'd be a false start, but I didn't see anybody.
And they're going to call, I'm assuming he was lined up offsides. I didn't see, I'm like you, I didn't see anybody move. But they're going to call offsides against North Green. It's going to be timeout. North Green will take the timeout with them here on the Corner Pond Friday Night Lights presented by Tommie's Plumbing. This is your game of the week on Grassroots Media. At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories, And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pawn is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pawn help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greeneville, Tennessee. Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back here to the Corner Pawn Friday Night Light presented by Tommie's Plumbing. And it looks like the white hat is having a conversation with Coach Eric Tilson. It is 1st and goal from about the 5-yard line. I thought they were at about the 7, but there was the offsides penalty. So it's half the distance to the goal. North Green fumbled the snap again, and we're going to see who has it whenever they come up, but he fumbled the snap, and they're saying that he fell back on top of it. It's going to bring up 2nd down and goal from about the 5-yard line. You know, that's the 2nd time, Joseph, in a very important situation that the center quarterback exchange has been awry.
Well, maybe they're just not used to how thick the air is down here in this lower elevation.
That could be it. That could very
it's
well be
slick
it.
Sometimes
It is. Cloudland again, 2nd goal from the 5-yard line. Handoff again, and Birchfield's going to keep trying to drive those legs, but I don't think he's going to get there. I think he's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line. Good job by North Green making a pile there at the line of scrimmage. Birchfield has impressed me so far, Joseph. He's one that has been hit several times at the line of scrimmage, but he just keeps those legs moving.
Yes, sir. He's a strong runner. He holds on to the ball.
That's what you want to see. Sometimes you get those runners that they're really fast, they're really strong, but sometimes they forget that their job as the ball carrier is to carry the ball and not drop it. Little pitch play to Birchfield, and he's going to walk into the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown, Cloudland. Cloudland's going to go up early, 6-0. I say early. We're almost finished with the first quarter just because of the nature of these two teams and how they play and the way that they run the football. It's going to bring up an early lead for Cloudland. If you are North Green and you come out here after this drive, I mean, they're going to go for 2 here. Maybe they don't trust a kicker. Maybe they don't have a kicker. Going to be another pitch play there, and Birchfield is going to walk into the end zone again, and it's going to be good.
I noticed on that first drive, Cloudland didn't run to the left a whole lot, and now they seem to be a little more comfortable with that. They've had 2 good runs off of that side.
Well, they ran that pitch play just then, and you know what was interesting about that pitch play there is that they've continued, as you just said, they've continued to really hit it up the middle, hit it up the right side of that offensive line. They run the pitch play on the touchdown score, and then they did the exact same play there on the extra point, the 2-point conversion, I should say. You know, maybe they see something there. Maybe they see that, hey, you know, North Green is a little bit more vulnerable over here on the you know, either the left side of the line of scrimmage or they say they're really concentrating with their linebackers. As you said, they're concentrating their linebackers in the middle. If you're North Green here on offense, what do you have to – I mean, obviously you have to respond. You know, you're now down 8-0. You have to respond with points. It is early in the game. You still got 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Are you coming out just doing what you normally do? Are you going to come out and try to stick to that game plan of trying to throw the ball around a little bit?
If I'm North Green, I think – out of my 4 downs, I believe Mr. Vaught's going to get the ball at least 2 of those.
He's got to. He's carried the ball 1 time in the first drive. 1 time. He gained 2-3 yards, I believe, on that 1 carry. You would imagine he's got to see the football a few more times here.
And watching them in other games this year, they like to run a little, looks like some sort of zone inside play to the right when he lined up to the quarterback's left. Let's see if they do that.
And a little bit of a squib onside kick. I get the feeling that they have a lot of things in Rome Mountain. They have a lot of beautiful scenery. They've got some farm-strong mountain men. But I don't think they have a kicker because they didn't kick a field goal for the extra point, and they just tried to onside here early on in the game. I would imagine that they are not real high on their kicker if they have one. North Green's going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line.
Well, I hope we get to see if they have a punter here after a while.
I would hope so. North Green gets a stop.
Not that I'm biased towards the Huskies or anything.
And there he is, Yeshua Vaught. He's going to break 2 tackles. And that right there, Joseph, is exactly why you want him to get the football. And he is showing exactly why he is the career rushing leader in North Greene High School history. Are you Nostradamus?
I try not to be, but sometimes it's good and bad, especially my line of work.
I would imagine so. I think that's one of those things, though. It's kind of like you want to tell a coaching staff a lot of times, don't make it more difficult than it is. You got a guy like Yeshua Vaught there, give him a hole and let him break tackles and do what he does, and that's exactly what he did. Now the Huskies are going to go for 2. Snap back, a little fake to Colton Robbins, and Thomas Darnell's in trouble. Did he get enough? There's going to be a flag. I think that's going to be a personal foul targeting. I believe we're going to have a helmet-to-helmet or a hold. It was in the area somewhere of that nature. I don't
like
think
one of North Greene's coaches agrees with you. They were making a little targeting signal there.
If it's not holding, that's the only thing I could imagine it is. We'll see what we get from the official. It is going to be personal foul targeting against Cloudland. So that's going to be, obviously it's after the score, so it's just going to be half the distance. It's not really a matter of first or second down or anything else.
Well, I'm not familiar with the rule in high school. What's the rule in terms of ejection or some sort of suspension?
I think it is the exact same as just a regular personal foul. I don't think there are ejections. Now, if you get a second one, you would be ejected just because it's personal foul. If you get a second personal foul. And so North Greene, again, going to be in the shotgun. Yeshua Vaught out to the side of Thomas Darnell. And we're going to throw it. And Colton Robbins is wide open in the end zone. And just like that, we have a tie game.
Got to have eye discipline when they're about to act like they're going to hand it to their best player. You can't forget your man.
You cannot, and Colton Robbins was able to find himself in perfect position. And as you can see on your screen right now, Yeshua Vaught is celebrating with his team, and he is the reason right now, outside of the Colton Robbins two-point conversion, he is the reason that we are all tied up. We'll be right back here on the Corner Pond Friday Night Lights presented by Tommie's Plumbing.
Tommie's Plumbing has provided professional plumbing services to the residents of Greeneville, Tennessee for over 30 years. Our experience and reputation have helped us grow our business to add locations in Jonesboro, Tennessee. Tommie's Plumbing is local and family owned, and we offer a full line of plumbing services, such as kitchen faucet, shower faucets, commodes, and bathroom faucets, as well as drain cleaning. We also provide outside plumbing work, such as septic and sewer drain cleanouts, as well as repair and replace. Tommie's Plumbing pretty much does it all. Tommie's Plumbing is licensed, bonded, and insured. Our quality workmanship and passion to provide our clients with expert service is second to none. We guarantee we have the best warranty around. For all your plumbing needs, give Tommie's a call at 638-3662.
And we're back here at the Tundra. We were talking about it there during the commercial break, but sometimes you can try to do a little too much when you just need to do what's normal.
That's right. Normal is handing it to number 3 and watching him run down the sideline of the Cloudland Highlanders.
That's exactly what just happened there. And North Greene is playing some inspired football right now as Colton Robbins flies down the field and upends Grayson Cole at the 25-yard line. And there's a little bit of inspiration going on right now for the Huskies. I feel like they're a little bit of a new team right now.
Colton Robbins is well on his way to getting 6 tackles. And for both of my sons earlier this year, I told them if they got 6 tackles in a game, I'd get them a visor. And it wasn't soon thereafter. They both had their little clear visors to wear around.
on their face masks?
Yes, sir.
I was imagining like a Kirby Smart visor or something. I didn't know if that's what you meant, or styling and profiling as they're walking up to the game and stuff. It's going to be handoff, Cloudland up the middle. He's going to be stopped. I don't know if that was Birchfield or Cole. They're going to give him a gain of 4. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. That was actually a new Highlander on that carry. Looking up numbers here, they're not in order. That was Bryson Peppers on the carry. Bring up 2nd down. It's probably I'm a little behind on the production aspect tonight, as North Green gets a stop on a gain of a 1. We our good buddy Kirk Denham, Chef Kirk Denham, he's normally our camera operator on Friday night. He and his wife had their baby this week, so shout out to them. I know that they're watching, and we're excited for them. Not so excited of the fact that I'm having to run camera tonight and do production.
Well, congratulations to them. My assistant Katie Smith and her husband Sean had their baby this week too. It must be babysitting.
It's just something about it right now. It's something about, there's something in the water. We at our church there a few years back, there were a lot of babies born in a short amount of time, and it seemed like they were all girls. But right now, it's 4th down and 4, 4th down and 3 for the Cloudland Highlanders. If you were Coach Tilson, he's saying it right now. He's telling his defensive line, do not jump. Do not jump.
I'm putting some cotton in their ears.
And he's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he will go nowhere. He will go nowhere. Joseph, I think I already know what you're going to say. 4th down and 3 on your own 33-yard line. Do you go for that, or do you punt it?
No, sir. Back whenever they used to have NCAA football, the video game, there's different styles of play on there. There's video games and football, and there's 2 different styles here, and it looks as if Cloudland was trying to play video games instead
That was
of football.
video game football.
Yes, sir.
That was do I even, when you're recruiting for your next season, it's like, do I even worry about having a punter? My punter's got a 56 overall rating because he's never going to be used. Thomas Darnell hands off to Yeshua Vaught, and Yeshua Vaught's going to run right by 2 defenders, run over 1 more on his way to a 9-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. Again, Yeshua Vaught just continuing to have his way. And honestly, that time, a lot of really good penetration up the middle for Cloudland, but he ran right by him.
I don't know what Cloudland's been running all year, but I'm going to put my best defensive lineman and best linebacker on that side of the line the rest of the night, because that's where number 3s are going to be getting it.
Every single time. Thomas Darnell again, back in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's looking to pass. He's got a man over the middle.
Intercepted.
And it's intercepted. And this is a live ball. And just like that, Cloudland is going to get the ball back. We do have a flag and a player down for North Green. We'll see. That's in the neighborhood of
blocking the back or something. That flag wasn't thrown until the number 69 for Cloudland already had the ball down.
So it's going to be after the interception. Okay, I was looking. It was thrown technically in the offensive backfield. I didn't know when that was thrown, but we'll let them sort it out here. And as quickly as we went through the first 9 minutes of the first quarter, we've taken an equal amount of time to get through the last minute. We have 22 seconds remaining here in the first quarter at North Green. And 2 plays in. Again, 2nd and 1. Personal foul. We didn't see what it was. Personal foul against Cloudland, but was it after the interception?
Against the Highlanders.
I'm confused.
It'll be a spot infraction.
So we'll wait to see. They're backing them up. Are they on offense or are they on defense?
Sometimes it's tough to tell when the foul took place and when they're going to determine when the ball should be dead.
It is 1st and 10 Highlanders. So Cloudland will take over 1st and 10. I was confused. He didn't tell us if it was a block in the back, if it was, after the interception or not.
Still a pretty good punt by North Green there.
It was. It is. They're going to be backed up to their own 10. They're going to run that pitch out there to Birchfield. Birchfield's going to gain 4 yards on the play. And we have some extracurricular activity in the backfield towards the end zone. That should be the last play of the first quarter. We will see. There's a lot of extracurricular activity going on. A little chippiness. They're going to give him 5 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter.
That was a good tackle there by number 54, Christian Coggle. Looks like he's number 5 on the roster here, but he was in the process of being held and blocked in the back and tackled the guys he ran by.
Yeah, that's not a good combination when you're tackling him 5 yards down the field. After 1 quarter of play, we've got a tie ball game, 8-8. Cloudland, North Green. Cloudland's just got the ball back on an interception after turning it over on downs. When we come back here on the Corner Pond Friday Night Lights presented by Tommie's Plumbing, we'll be underway with the second quarter of action here from North Green High School.
Community minded, just like you. Community minded, that's for sure it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours. Greeneville Federal Bank, member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Community minded, just like you.
Hometown Realty of Greeneville is selling Greeneville and Greene County 1 yard at a time. Every coach knows making the right call is what makes his team successful. If you want success in moving your real estate, get the home field advantage. Make sure to make the right call. Call Hometown Realty and Auction of Greeneville. Hometown Realty offers you professional service with local hometown people you know and trust. Call Hometown Realty of Greeneville today, 423-639-2345.
We're back here on the Corner Pond Friday Night Lights, presented by Tommie's Plumbing. Joseph, we were talking about it there. I think you've got to just simplify things on offense when you're North Green, when you have the football. You have to just keep the ball on the ground.
Keep the ball on the ground, do what you know. Go simple. It seems as if physically they can match up with these kids from up in Carter County. They look to be about the same size.
And they're doing a good job on defense. They're doing a really good job so far. But, you know, you've got an opportunity right here as Cloudland's Birchfield is going to get free out to the edge, and Cloudland is starting to figure out now to start pitching from side to side. They're going to stop running up the middle as much. They're going to be pitching the ball out. It's kind of like the old middle school ball. Just pitch it out there, let the fastest kid try to outrun everybody.
Oh, yeah, in the Junior Watauga Athletic League, if you can get outside, you can win. Hardly anybody runs up the middle except the Rebels.
Well, that's because the Rebels are trying to do it the right way. Handoff up the middle again, just as we're talking about, you know, running the ball outside the tackles. They run it in between the tackles, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Highlanders. But again, if you were North Green, you have to, when you're on offense, you have to, 1, take care of the football, 2, continue doing what you've been successful at. You've had long run plays with the quarterback and with Yeshua Vaught. Keep doing it. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to be thrown for a loss. That's going to be Cam Peppers. I'm assuming that's a brother, cousin, something. Cam Peppers on the play. There was a little bit of a fake pitch to Birchfield there, and a handoff underneath.
Looks like number 6, Robbins, was in there too, and looks like he's playing some sort of maybe outside linebacker, stand-up defensive end, and, well, he did his job.
He did. He forced him back inside, and as soon as he did, he grabbed him and threw him to the ground. 3rd and long, going to be a pitch out to Birchfield, and Birchfield has nobody in front of him until he gets into the secondary. There's going to have to be something done. If you were North Green, you're going to have to get outside of that tackle box and turn him back inside, because right now he is having his way with that North Green defense to the outside. And it's really, it doesn't matter what side, strong side, weak side, he's able to get outside, and North Green's going to have to figure out a way to turn him back inside and stop giving him the edge, because he is quick.
They might need to essentially put 2 cornerbacks out there, one to absorb the lead blocker and one to try to make the tackle there.
Just turn him back in. That's all you need to do. And nobody up the middle, nobody's home. Birchfield, he's going to drag a defender. I didn't see the number. He's going to drag a defender about 5 yards. It's going to bring up another 1st down. And they're moving their way into the red zone.
That's Duffy again, and I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to say that's his 6th tackle of the night. He's been doing pretty well.
So we're going to have to call him and tell him that McAfee McAfee is going to donate him a visor?
NIL.
The Kirby Smart visor, though, not the football visor. Do you need a visor on Friday nights if you're playing night games? Birchfield will not gain a lot there. They're going to give him a gain of about 2. There's going to be a flag. And I don't know who this is going to be on Cloudland, North Green, but it's going to be of the 15-yard variety. We've seen the chippiness after the play a couple of times, but that time it caught the attention of the back judge, and he threw the flag. Okay, let's do some quick math here. You have 11 players on the field for Cloudland. On the sideline right now, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. They have 17 players dressed out tonight.
They must have had a case of the measles come through or something. That's a little unexpected.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I did not know what their roster was like here this year. But after that play, it's going to bring up first down in forever.
It'll be first down.
And in terms of the turnovers, it looks like essentially give 2 to Cloudland, 1 on downs, and 2 on downs. And now North Green's got 1, and, well, seems like a clock control, ball control, field position game.
That's what it is, and that's what we thought that it might be. If you are North Green, you have to figure out a way to stop that. And here comes a personal foul on North Green, and they're going to give it right back. Just can't have that.
If you get a personal foul for extracurriculars, that costs you 2 tackles in the final tally.
Yep. And I don't know if that's a spot foul. If it's a spot foul, that's going to be – it is going to be an automatic first down.
It'll be personal foul on the defense.
Well, part of the problem is it was after the play, so I imagine it'd be just from where the ball is
From
spotted.
the ball, yep. But you go from a 2nd and 13 to a 1st and 10. And, you know, they're inside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 14. Yeah, the chain gang over there, he's okay. So I'm not sure about this. It's okay. So in high school, it is not an automatic first down. I do remember that now. Personal fouls are not automatic first downs. So it'd be 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, and he is going to get the first down. Still some more chippiness going on. We're just in the first half.
Well, teenage males sometimes can get a little chippy in physical contests, you know.
It's trending to be one of those games where the officials are going to have to bring everybody together and say, look, guys, we're here to play a football game. This isn't a WWE event.
And there's a lot at stake. You know, there's playoff implications. There's a pretty long streak for Cloudland here.
Yes, a lot at stake for both teams. And again, Cloudland up the middle. Not a lot gained on that play. You know, they came out in the first, I'd mentioned it in the first drive. Grayson Cole got the first 3 or 4 carries of the game. And I think Birchfield has gotten every single carry since then.
Well, if you watch those Friday night highlight shows, you get used to hearing about Mr. Birchfield.
You do, and you know what's crazy is that Birchfield is a name that I would normally associate with Happy Valley, another Carter County school. So, you know, it's the Birchfield blood up there in Carter County, and he's going to walk into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the game. And just like that, Cloudland's going to take the lead once again over North Green. And for the time being, it is just going to be a 6-point score. The first time they did not go for the extra point, they went for 2, and it looks like it's going to be the same here. So if you're North Green, you've got 8 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. They just go up on you right here. Hopefully you can keep them out of the end zone on this 2-point conversion.
Well, I'm going to be asking my wide receivers to look like they're getting the ball, but they're not going to.
Doing something to, you know, to make it seem like, hey, this ball is not going to be handed off again. And we've got another whistle. Offsides, North Green.
It'll be offsides against the defense. It'll be half the distance to the goal.
So you move it from the 2 to the 1.
The point after.
So it's going to make it 1 yard shorter. But if you're North Green here, you got 8 minutes and 6 seconds. Can you put together an 8-minute drive where you score going into the half, getting the ball at the beginning of the second half?
Yes, sir. And Darnell and Vaught are going to be getting the majority of those touches.
As they should, and he's going to bowl over into the end zone. Birchfield again with his 2nd 2-point conversion on the night. And North Green is going to go down 16-8. And when we come back, North Green's going to have the football here. Again, I think they're going to have to try to keep control of the ball for the majority of the rest of this quarter, just because they want to be able to double dip with the scoring going into half and then getting the ball to come out of half. We'll be back right after this here on the Corner Pond Friday Night Lights, presented by Tommie's Plumbing. Back here at North Green High School. North Green about to receive the kickoff. And again, we're just under or just over halfway through the second quarter. Another little pooch kick, and the tee almost went as far as the football. The tee went 1 yard shorter than the football did. That almost looked like an iron shot of mine. There's a lot of turf came up there. Pretty big divot.
Yes, sir. I was a little too busy watching the tee fly down the field.
Yeah, that's not something you're used to seeing. I mean, seriously, the tee landed at the North Green 43. The tee landed at the North Green 42 or 44. So, interesting there. North Green coming out for their third drive of the evening. Same formation, shotgun, Thomas Darnell with Yeshua Vaught out to his offset side. 2 wide receivers to the boundary.
He was
offside. Yep.
Doesn't look like he's going to get that call.
Yeshua Vaught breaking tackle is going to be grabbed by the face mask, and the flag is going to be thrown. And we'll see, is that going to be the incidental version or is that going to be personal foul? Because those are still a delineating line in high school football. If it's just the incidental, it's only 5 yards. If it's on purpose, and it is personal foul.
Well, bless their hearts, there was 4 of them there. I don't see how that was necessary, but sometimes you're in the heat of the moment.
It was pretty obvious. It was obvious, and I'm like you. I don't think you had to do that. There was a first wave came through that defensive line, and Yeshua was able to run by them, but the linebackers scraped up in there and gang tackled on the play. 3 wideouts with a tight end for North Green. Handoff Yeshua Vaught. He's going to try to find some room up the middle, and he does not. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he lost a yard.
Again by host of Highlanders.
Well, with a team like Cloudland, if you don't block, I think they're gonna stop you from making a lot of progress. And unfortunately, those linebackers didn't have a lot of resistance there.
No, and Yeshua has done a good job so far of making a couple of people miss in the backfield, and then he's got free reign into the secondary. But that time, he was not able to get away from them in the backfield. It's going to be Thomas Darnell is going to drop back, and it's going to be picked off over the middle. And that was a good interception. The ball was severely underthrown by Darnell, and a sliding interception. Again, I didn't see a number there. Sliding interception. I believe we're going to have a timeout North Green.
Austin Caraway is getting credit on the PA, so we'll go with that. Austin Caraway.
Austin Caraway with the interception from North Green, and North Green has taken a timeout. And if you are Coach Tilson, in this situation, you need to seriously take I'm glad he's taking this timeout, because you've got to tell your guys, you've got to rally the troops. Look, we have to get the football back here. We cannot allow them to score, because right now, even if you don't score before the half, if you do not score before the half, you still have the opportunity to come back and tie it back up coming out of the half. So this is an important drive right here.
Psychologically, with a streak against North Green with Cloudland like this, if you go into halftime down 1 score knowing you get the ball back, it's going to be easy to get those guys fired up, get them some high-quality H2O, and get them ready to play.
Not that Gatorade stuff. Not the Gatorade stuff that Bobby Boucher would hate. Ricky Bobby probably would hate it too. But anyhow, it's going to be 1st down and 10. Cloudland's going to be coming out. I expect to see. They've been doing a really good job of mixing it up. They hand the ball up the middle. They've had a little success. And then after they hit it, you know, between the tackles, they come back with some off-tackle looks.
From the 38-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised if they passed it here. They're up, 1st down. Let's see. Nope.
They're due a little pitch play out to Birchfield, and he's going to find the corner yet again. And Birchfield's going to make it all the way into North Green territory.
Birchfield on the carry.
I'm with you, though.
Number 4, Nick Mitchell.
That waggle play is just sitting there, just, you know, it's about time. I feel like it is about time to see the waggle play here, fullback in the flat.
Yeah, if you're North Green, once again, malpractice. You can't not defend this run right here. So it's going to set up some other play if you want to run it from Cloudland to the tight end on the out or something like that, just because you don't have any pressure right now.
None at all. We see Grayson Cole again. He's going to gain 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3. And again, it's like I said, they go to that off-tackle, you know, counter play that they ran the first play. Birchfield gains 20, 25 yards. They come back with a play between the tackles right there, give Birchfield a little spill. Grayson Cole's still in there, but so is Birchfield. You know, between the tackles, I expect this to be a little off-tackle counter play right here. Birchfield lined up in the wing-back, or tight end area. And a little handoff, not exactly off tackle. He hits it up in the middle, but the pile is going to continue moving forward. And with the 2nd and 3rd effort, I believe that's going to be enough for a 1st down for Cloudland. We'll wait to see what the official call is. And timeout North Green. And we'll take the timeout with them here on the Corner Pond Friday Night Light, presented by Tommie's Plumbing. We'll be back right after this.
Busted pipes got you down? Need a utility line trenched out? Whatever your light backhoe needs, groundhog trenching is the solution. Groundhog trenching does the digging so you don't have to. Whether you need to bore under the driveway, sidewalk, road, or maybe you just need help with your next livestock burial, groundhog trenching can do the job. Give us a call or even send us a text today to find out how the groundhog can help on your next project. Call 423-823-8308. That's 423-823-8308.
Pizza Inn offers contactless buffet to go with JoJo's Family Feast or anything on our menu for carryout. We also honor birthday parties and cater to businesses and large events. We make it easy. Call us today. Pizza Inn Greeneville.
We're back here. It's 1st down and 10, Cloudland, and 5:36 to go here in the first half of play for the Highlanders. Again, if you were North Green, you have to get a stop here. Birchfield pitch out to the right again. He's got the corner. There is nobody out there until he gets 12, 13 yards down the field. We do see a flag. I don't know. It's in the area of holding. And that's what it is going to be. It's going to be holding against Cloudland. The umpire official right behind the line, I saw him give the signal for holding. Cloudland's backing up. It is going to be 1st down again.
Against the offense.
I've never reffed a football game, and I don't envy their job because it seems as if there's holding every play. It's just a matter of how blatant it is and whether you call it.
That's exactly right. You know, and that's the tough thing is, you know, how do you enforce or how do you call a game for being too physical or holding or, you know, too much chippiness or something when the name of the game is to literally just knock the block off the guy in front of you. That's what you're trying to do. It is a tough job. There is holding every play. Probably could even another fumbled snap. And those have been the bane of Cloudland's existence so far.
On the other hand, they've been the bane of North Green's existence too because they hadn't came up with any of them,
That's
unfortunately.
true. That's true. You know, the one was on 4th down, so they got lucky that it technically was a turnover on downs. But if you're North Green right now, you need that turnover in a big way. You need a big stop right here. Birchfield in the backfield. I'm assuming we're going to see another toss play or handoff to the outside tackle, and he does, and he runs. I don't necessarily ran around anybody. He ran right over some people. He's doing a good job when they run that toss play. He's getting out to the corner, Birchfield is, and he's just as you said. He's just trying to be the fastest man on the corner.
Yeah, they're running a blast in between the tackle and the tight end on the right side, the 6-hole, I guess you'd say. And, well, it seems as if they're blasting through pretty well.
Yeah, he's got 2 blockers in front of him, and he's literally just holding on to the back of those blockers and saying, hey, I'm going to find the hole. 3rd down and 6. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get it. I think they're going to credit him with maybe a yard on the play, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Again, if you are North Green in this situation, there is under 4 minutes to go in this game, 3:57 to be exact. If you're North Green, you are saying, do not jump. Watch the football. Watch the football. Do not jump. You've got to be smart.
I don't know what you call him in a 3-3-5 defense, but number 79, Weston Barrett, the nose tackle, he's having a good game. They're not having success running it right up the middle.
They are not. Handoff on the outside, and he's going to be met, and he's going to be dropped. And he is not going to get the 1st down. It's going to be a turnover on downs for the Huskies. And if you are a North Green fan, that is huge. I said it while we were at break. Joseph, I'll say it again. If Cloudland pushes that ball and punches it in right there and goes up 2 scores, this game could get ugly.
I don't care how tough you are, how smart you are, how hard you've trained. It's going to be morally debilitating to watch that happen here in front of your homecoming crowd. And to see that happen right there, you know what happens with little annoying underdog teams that hang in? Sometimes they win.
Sometimes they win. Sometimes they win. It kind of reminds me a lot of back in the day, Appalachian State, Michigan. Just keep hanging around, keep hanging around, keep hanging around. And if you're North Green, again, like you just said, you let Cloudland punch that in, who knows where the morale goes. For the fan base, for the athletes, who knows. But right now they've got it 1st down and 10. And it looks like if they can, and it's going to be an offsides Cloudland. And so you're going to quickly move 5 yards forward. And you just mentioned the key, the homecoming crowd here. I heard somebody say earlier up here in the crowd, I heard a North Green fan say earlier, they said, you know, everybody usually leaves at halftime anyway. Well, it's a 1-score game, could be a tie game or, you know, a 2-point game right here going into halftime against Cloudland. I don't know if anybody's going to go anywhere.
Well, I don't know where they're going. You can watch all the other games and different things on your phones while you sit here.
That's it. Little screen play, and it's going to be completed to Grayson Collins. Grayson Collins is going to run out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. And a little bit of a late hit, but it's not going to be called.
Good play by Mr. Collins. He hadn't gotten involved a whole lot so far in the offense. And, well, I've heard his name a lot in this season leading up to this game, and I'm glad he's able to get involved.
Absolutely. And our cameraman Garrett Ware down on the sidelines there was just absolutely demolished on the play. Luckily, he is okay. Let's hope that his camera equipment is okay. That is going to be a fun memory to look back at, and it's also going to be a fun shot to edit, I can tell you that. But a personal foul roughing the passer, North Green now into enemy territory.
If you're Cloudland, just like what you were saying, you got to buckle down right here. Make sure you tune out that crowd, tune out the last couple plays.
Stop doing the silly stuff. Thomas Darnell is going to drop back to pass. He's going to get hit as he throws it, and it's going to be over the head of Yeshua Vaught. But Darnell is lucky to have gotten that one away. Do we feel like maybe Coach Tilson and company feel like they can't be as successful running the football right now?
Well, I was just going to mention number 69 for Cloudland, Jacob Stennett, on the pass coverage on the outside. That's unusual to see number 69 out there.
It is.
Covering a pass like that. But you were saying, I'm sorry.
Well, I was saying, you know, do you think that North Green feels like right now, Coach Tilson and company, that they just can't run the ball effectively and that's why they've gone to the pass? Or I'm not sure what the decision-making process is there. Handoff Yeshua Vaught. He's going to be met in the backfield with nowhere to go. And that may be what the issue is.
My very limited 2-year experience of coaching young people playing football, it's really tough to see the overall picture in the middle of a football game. You have very limited tunnel vision.
Yes.
And, you know, from up here we can see what all the players are doing. He may just be focused on the line or the running back and calling plays and giving direction based on what he can see there.
Well, you know, with the timeout there by Cloudland, it's a 3rd and 13. I think you're going to see North Green pass the ball right here, but here's the question for you. And I think I already know the answer. You got 3rd and 13 right here. Do you go for a little 8, 9, 10-yard pass pattern, pass route tree here for the wide receivers? Or do you run the ball, try to gain a few yards, and then decide if it's 4th and 5, do I go for it? If it's 4th and 7, 8, 9, 10, do you punt it away?
Well, I promise I'm not prejudiced against passing. I like passing just as much as anybody, but here I would fake it as hard as you can to Mr. Vault, have that quarterback pull it and take off.
Take off. And there's a lot of room to the wide side of the field right here. We'll see what the play call is. Darnell's back, shotgun. It's going to be play action, and he's going to fumble the football. Are they going to call that a fumble? And they do. And that is not what you need if you are North Green. North Green, unfortunately, with there was nowhere to go. I think if he hands that football off, maybe Yeshua was able to get a few yards. But that entire strong side of the offensive line was like a floodgate opened.
And there was one player in particular, I didn't catch the number, but he seemed as if he was unimpeded.
On the snap was in the backfield. 2:45 to play here in the first half. Handoff Birchfield, handoff outside. He's not touched until he gets to the second level. And he's going to gain 8, 9 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 1. Clock's going to continue to tick. We're probably going to be down under 2 minutes before this next play is ran. And again, you continue to have to keep asking your North Green defense to step up time and time again. But you really need them to bow up again.
We'll see what they're made of. Bless their hearts. The Huskies don't have a lot of subs, and neither do the Highlanders. We'll see if it's easier to be on offense or defense all night.
And Birchfield again to the outside. He's going to gain 5, 6 yards. It is going to be a first down. We're going to see a
no flag, it seems.
What do you think about when you see that?
He might be related to a North Green fan or two. We don't know.
That's it's kind of like in baseball. Whenever you see the umpire go, safe, kind of the same thing. You can't hide that though, because you got the little yellow hanky that now you've got to stick back in your belt loop there.
Well, at least it shows he's making a decision,
hey,
thinking about it for a second, trying to make the right call.
That is true. That is exactly right. A lot of people just be impulsive on stuff like that. First down run, going to bring up 2nd down and 5. Clock now ticks under 2 minutes. We got 1 minute and 50 seconds to go here in the second quarter, first half. And slow to get up there. Just a mangle of bodies, a pack of Huskies, as Justin Weir says.
It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Highlanders.
Again, another important play here. They seem to really only want to run to the right side of the field, whether it's weak side or strong side. That's the side they're going to. And just as I say that, they go to the left side, and he gains 1 yard, does Birchfield. Birchfield gain, well, you're going to say 2.
Yeah, that dive play to the left, either the nose tackle or the defensive tackle or that middle linebacker, they've been holding it down there.
South Green in the third quarter with just under 10 minutes to go is up 21-13 on Seymour. Cloudland pitch out to Birchfield, and good block on the outside there, and really a good job by North Green. Tried his best to turn the play back inside, but was not able to do so. Just a good block on the outside. But again, that's what you've got to do if you're North Green. You have to continue to have an outside linebacker or safety, somebody walk up and try to turn that ball back inside.
Cloudland's got 2 timeouts left. I'm sure they'll not limit their play calls.
And they don't have to, especially whenever you're getting 6, 7, 8 yards a carry. And I think that's going to be a second timeout for them. We'll stay right here with halftime coming up. Going to bring up 2nd down 6, 2nd down 5, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 6-yard line.
Greeneville up 34-0 in the second quarter over Sullivan East right now. Again, South Green up 21-7 or 21-13. Pretty good night for Greene County football. I don't have a score update from West Greene and Cumberland Gap right now. We'll try to get that to you. West Greene homecoming night against Cumberland Gap. That, again, is another region game. West Greene, after their loss to South Greene last week, they definitely need a win, a feel-good victory. But that's a game where if they lose that game against Cumberland Gap, their playoff hopes are dwindling, maybe even shot.
They need to win out and hope some math helps them later on down the road, huh?
A little bit, yes. So definitely need to get that win tonight on homecoming due the Buffaloes. Second down, 44 seconds to go. Second down and 5. Handoff, Birchfield. Birchfield's going to follow his blockers, and they're going to give it to him. He falls across the goal line. It's going to be a touchdown, Cloudland, touchdown Birchfield. It's his 3rd touchdown of the first half. 37 seconds to go here in the first half, and Cloudland takes a 22-8 lead here in the first half.
It'll be touchdown Highlanders.
You know, that's something we talked about there a second ago. That is deflating, and you can kind of feel a little bit of that right now. Just you can feel it. You can feel that it's deflates the whole momentum and the whole feeling in the crowd right now.
The only thing worse would probably be for him to score with no time left.
That's it. Hand off, and he's going to find his way in, and for the 3rd time, they're going to be good on the 2-point conversion. It's going to make your score Cloudland 24, North Greene 8. 37 seconds to go. If you were Coach Tilson and the North Greene Huskies, what are you doing here?
I'm going to try to calm my team down. Cloudland's not any bigger or faster. They're executing better, and people talk about that all the time, but it's what's happening here. We got a couple of interceptions. Let's make sure my quarterback's feeling okay. Tell the line, hey, you guys are blocking good. We got to do our job, running backs, and just tell them to stick with it, because there's a whole other half of football, and Cloudland can score 24 points in a half. Why can't North Greene?
Exactly. You've got to come out, and I think it starts right here. You know, there's 37 seconds. You know, obviously you're thinking, you know, you want to score. You want to score to cut into that lead. You have no timeouts to do that with. I don't know if you're running here. I don't know if you're trying to, you know, Cloudland's not going to kick it deep. At least we've not seen that yet anyway. They've not shown that they can or they want to kick it deep. You're going to get the ball probably somewhere just past midfield on your own side of the field. Maybe you try one play. You get in the shotgun there. Thomas Darnell backs up. You try to beat somebody deep, get a 20, 30-yard gain, get out of bounds, run up there, spike it, whatever you have to do to stop the clock. But if you don't get anywhere on first down here, I think if you were North Greene, you have to just you have to cut your losses and get into halftime.
If I'm Cloudland, I'm probably going to try to execute a true onside kick here and make sure North Greene doesn't get a good return, but we'll see.
Oh, and luckily for North Greene, Colton Robbins was there to be able to make a sliding stop, because that ball bounced off a North Greene offensive player on the front line. That could have been treacherous.
Well, I haven't been able to attend North Greene's practice ever, but there's probably a play or two they ran this week over and over just for this specific purpose.
Yes. 37 seconds to go, no timeouts. You've got to go 53 yards to score.
Maybe a hook and lateral, Statue of Liberty, something.
You've got to run. I think the first play you have to run something and try to get some yards. And if you do, maybe you go with the trickery, doing something to score. And it's going to be a handoff, Yeshua Vaught. And that's going to tell us what I think we need to know about what we're going to do here. I think we're going to just get to halftime if you're North Greene. This clock is going to continue to roll, and they cannot stop it. I don't know if they would if they even could. We're still calling out plays over here on the sideline.
It'll be a loss of 1. It'll be second down and 11 for the Huskies.
And we're still moving like they're going to try to snap it. It is going to be a pass, and it's going to be incomplete.
Ooh.
Almost a backwards pass.
By about a half yard.
And that's going to do it for the end of the first half. North Greene will get the ball to receive in the second half, but when they come out, they're going to be down 24-8. And we'll be back right after this here on the Corner Pond Friday Night Lights, presented by Tommie's Plumbing on Grassroots Media. At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greeneville, Tennessee.
Tommie's Plumbing has provided professional plumbing services to the residents of Greeneville, Tennessee for over 30 years. Our experience and reputation have helped us grow our business to add locations in Jonesboro, Tennessee. Tommie's Plumbing is local and family owned, and we offer a full line of plumbing services, such as kitchen faucet, shower faucets, commodes, and bathroom faucets, as well as drain cleaning. We also provide outside plumbing work, such as septic and sewer drain cleanouts, as well as repair and replace. Tommie's Plumbing pretty much does it all. Tommie's Plumbing is licensed, bonded, and insured. Our quality workmanship and passion to provide our clients with expert service is second to none. We guarantee we have the best warranty around. For all your plumbing needs, give Tommie's a call at 638-3662. The mission at TRC Logistics is providing independent advice and identifying the right fit for you. Services are sourced and procured based on solution specifications provided by our supply chain solution. TRC Logistics has the freight management experience you need with the quality you can depend on. Customer service is our goal, not increased profit margins. The mission at TRC Logistics is simple: to provide high-quality services in a timely manner. Our team caters to each project's specific needs to ensure excellence. When service matters, TRC Logistics is the solution. Remember those days when life was simpler and every corner held a treasure just waiting to be discovered? Pettit's Market was a place where memories were made and where stories were woven. Here you'll find more than just goods. You'll find a piece of the past wrapped in the embrace of today. Pettit's Market is where neighbors become friends, friends become family, and good food and love holds everything together. So step inside, make memories, eat good, and leave happy. Pettit's Market, the little store with a big welcome.
Hometown Realty of Greenville is selling Greenville and Greene County 1 yard at a time. Every coach knows making the right call is what makes his team successful. If you want success in moving your real estate, get the home field advantage. Make sure to make the right call. Call Hometown Realty and Auction of Greenville. Hometown Realty offers you professional service with local hometown people you know and trust. Call Hometown Realty of Greenville today, 423-639-2345.
Community minded, just like you. Community minded, that's for sure it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours. Greeneville Federal Bank, member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Community minded, just like you.
Pizza, pancakes, or donuts. The Davy Crockett Travel Center in Baileyton has the cure for all your cravings. While you're there, shop our general store for souvenirs, gifts, and cellular accessories. In a hurry, grab a cold drink and a hot dog to go. Check us out on Facebook and come to Baileyton.
Pizza Inn offers contactless buffet to go with JoJo's Family Feast or anything on our menu for carryout. We also honor birthday parties and cater to businesses and large events. We make it easy. Call us today. Pizza Inn Greeneville.
stopped recording, it also felt the impact. I got up with it.
I mean, it was literally like what you see on the NFL when those camera guys go down. I mean, it was a hard hit. I mean, it happened so quickly that, like I said, I did not even know.
It was pretty quick. I was the main recipient.
I didn't either until Bradley radioed in and said, "Gary, did you get struck?" And he said, "Yes." And then I looked down there and the camera's sitting on the ground. About 3 seconds later, he was fixing his sunglasses. He then takes forever to radio back because his earpieces got knocked off.
I don't know if it's supposed to be really funny.
I'm looking at the light. They should be close to it.
They should be small, but they're not. Biggest thing is Dr. Bill said if one goes smaller than the other one, then it guys are all wonky. They're all jacked up.
Daddy, I think I'm going to drop his home.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, because one time,
I mean, I consider myself physically teetering, but I think I'm still like a little. So, I mean, I got my stuff.
yeah, once you take them parts off.
Huh?
You take them parts off.
No, I'm not.
You run the hard thing. You won't get hit up here. At least not by football players. You hit by somebody.
Couple kick hands.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go see if Cullen can grab. Hey, this ain't my first rodeo.
Well, yeah.
That's the problem. Makes it even scarier. That's not reassuring.
That's what we're concerned with. Well, I know your problems. That's why it makes me nervous.
Hey, this could turn into a positive. I could get my memory back. Who knows? Sometimes it reverses the effect.
Maybe you'll have that super.
I'm gonna go find Cullen.
All right. I'm gonna wait.
He's not very nimble.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Sarah when we get back. She has to watch it. You got me hard. The video I got. You got me slinging his head on the ground. Because there was nothing holding him. He held the camera the whole time. He didn't want to drop the camera, so. That's good.
I'm 42 years old.
They even tell the trainer. They're so important. Some trainers trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah.
We're fixing.
Well, no, that's why. So I noticed that. I knew that was close to them last week. So every 5 marker is in the middle. They use that. They put the quit, and they set it after 30 seconds. So like, yeah, it's easy to reset after that. In the event that happens and everybody loses their bearings, okay, we got this back up 35 and so they wait. That's it. You know. So yeah, you better.
Something smells hot like burning plastic.
Okay, yeah, it is. I can see. 40-year-old me.
Hey, take care of him down there.
I didn't even make a hit. So what? I wasn't much help, evidently.
down there and didn't even make it off the concrete.
Started talking. I love those guys.
I consigned a covered trailer. I took it to be in a cage for the night. Consigned it for a couple months and sold it for me.
That's not good. Well, we're back here. We're at halftime here at North Green High School, and we'll get a little bit of a score update from around the area. I had mentioned in High School Game Day, represented by McAfee McAfee. Again, one part of that McAfee standing here with me, Joseph. Cherokee is up. It's homecoming night at Cherokee. Cherokee is up on Granger County at halftime, 21-7. Chucky Doak at halftime is up on Claiborne, 20-6. Daniel Boone over Cott County, 21-0 at the half. David Crockett is all over Volunteer, 31-6 at the half. Dobbins Bennett leads Elizabethton in the third quarter with 1:36 to go, 7-6. Hampton is all over Eagleton Academy, 44-13 right now in the fourth quarter there in Blount County. Sullivan East, Greeneville up big at halftime, 41-0. Happy Valley up on Hancock County, 40-0 in the second quarter. Jefferson County up 20-10 on Morristown West in the third quarter. Jellicoe ahead of Cosby at halftime, 14-7. It's a one-score game. Johnson County on top of Pigeon Forge, 22-14. Again, Cloudland 24-8 here at halftime over North Green. Northview Academy leading Carter 12-9 at halftime. That's not really a score that you see in football a lot. West Ridge and Science Hill tied 14-all at the half. In the fourth quarter, this game's almost over. Sevier County 19, Hardin Valley 14. South Green 21, Seymour 19 in the fourth quarter there in Southern Greene County at Rebel Hill. Tennessee High all over Gate City, Virginia, 35-6. Thomas Walker, Virginia, 26. Unaka, 18. Gatlinburg-Pittman. I thought this game was going to be the game of the week in East Tennessee, and Gatlinburg-Pittman is up 33-0 over Unicoi County right now at halftime. West Green at halftime and homecoming there at the range just down the road here is up 27-0 on Cumberland Gap at the half, and William Blount in the third quarter, 49-0 over Union County High School. And we're getting ready to kick off here the second half. Joseph, if obviously you're down 24-8 if you're North Green, it's going to sound like a really stupid question that I'm about to ask, but this first drive, if you're North Green, are you going back to trying to run the ball a little more, or do you feel like down 2 scores you have to sell out to the pass?
Run the ball.
I think that you're that old school 90s Tennessee SEC fan. Just run the ball. Just run it all the time.
Well, if they were really good at passing, and that's what they did, like, for example, if it was an air raid offense or something like that, but you've got to stick with what you're good at and what you know how to do. Fair catch. Looks like that should be a personal foul, but
now, are they going to give him the fair catch is the question. Okay, we got one official saying he saw the fair catch symbol. White hat, they're going to have a conversation.
They probably need to separate those two. They're going to run out of energy holding on to that ball for their dear lives.
And they are going to call the fair catch, and it is going to be fair catch there. I didn't see the symbol, the signal, I should say. I didn't see the fair catch signal. But that's one of those situations when you're on the front line, you don't really ever expect to be receiving a kickoff. And they are going to call that kick-catch interference against Cloudland, which it should be if he called fair catch and you're within 5 yards or a couple yards of the receiver there.
Well, I can tell you from personal experience, you're exactly right. If they kick that ball up high and you're on the front line, especially against Greeneville High School back in the 2000 season, you probably need to make sure you make that fair catch, or a wide receiver named Braun Dabbs is going to hit you harder than you've ever been hit in your life.
Yeah, I was about to say, and that's like a train running over you. That is a train.
Not that I would know.
Not that you would know from personal experience?
Correct.
So, again, you're on that front line. You don't expect that. But, again, we get a fair catch and kick-catch interference. North Green's going to start out with the ball in Cloudland territory, 1st and 10. Hand off Yeshua Vault. Yeshua Vault's going to make a man miss, and he's going to gain, looks like about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6. Again, if you're North Green, that's the kind of stuff you have to have right here.
It'll be 2nd down.
And the reason I would suggest running the ball, number one, that seems to be what they're good at, but also we're not under any time pressure. And if you come out and throw the ball for 3 incompletions, or based on prior experience here this evening, throw an interception, it's worse than running the ball 3 times and punting it. Right.
You take a lot more time off the clock. You give yourself the opportunity to, take more time off. Again, take time off the clock, make it a ball control game. Because it still is only a 2-score game, and that's going to be a read option. It's going to be stopped in the backfield for a loss of about 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Huskies. And again, if you're North Green, you've got to get better offensive line play in the second half.
That's exactly right. Cloudland, they're made of flesh and blood just like y'all. Let's get some run plays going. Let's wear them out, get them tired, get them with their hands on their hips. Looks like there's a little bit of that already going on.
Yeah.
And make sure that 4th quarter favors the Huskies if you're the Huskies coach here.
Well, Cloudland has dressed out, I think we said 17 players tonight. Most of that defensive line is also on the offensive line, and Cloudland has been running the ball all night. You know they are tired. Thomas Darnell is going to drop back to pass. He's going to roll out to the left. He's got all kinds of room. He will finally tuck it and run, and he's going to be dragged down after a gain of about 6. He's going to bring up 4th down and about, I'm going to say 2. We'll see where they spot it.
Based on how the game's gone so far, I was checking just to make sure no laundry was flying through the air at the end of that play.
Well, you would imagine it seems like every other play. And a lot of that has been, again, like you said earlier, I mean, a lot of that is legitimate calls. I mean, you've got holding every play. There's been a lot of offsides, more than a few personal foul penalties.
I think in looking at the Cloudland faithful over there in the stands, it seems as if the better Cloudland is doing, the more of them are standing up. Yep. Right now there's only 3 people standing up there on that back line, so they must be a little concerned about this drive.
Split backfield here with Thomas Darnell. And it's a little tight end dump. It's a great idea. Got to be executed better. Again, same situation. You've got to give that play time to develop. You have to. You cannot, just as soon as that ball was snapped, he shoves the ball forward, kind of like a chest pass. Didn't get enough on it. Grayson was wide open. There's nobody around him in that area. Because I think if you're Cloudland, you were selling out to the run right there. 4th down 2, 4th down 3, you were selling out to the run. Cloudland comes out their first possession of the second half. More of the same. Handoff Birchfield. Birchfield's going to be tackled at about the line of scrimmage. He tries to kick it outside. He's not able to get there.
That might suggest a few halftime adjustments from North Green. Maybe they moved the personnel around, switched the person from inside to outside, or maybe just rotated the safeties more towards the left to cover for that play that seems to really work well for Cloudland.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to continue to get more pressure. You've got to attack that outside of the line of scrimmage and get that play to turn back inside where you've got linebacker help from the backside. You just have to. I don't know what you have to do to make it happen, but you have to figure it out. There's going to be a play-action fake, and he's got a man wide open who's deeper than the deepest man, and they're going to call that a completion. The back judge is saying he caught it. And I don't know. It looks like he was bobbling it all the way to the ground, and Coach Tilson and company are not happy. He was bobbling it all the way to the ground. Could have been a fumble, though. Could have been a fumble, and they're saying the ground caused it. But either way, really good time for that.
Good tackle by Duffy there. I think he just showed probably the fastest movement of any player I've seen all night.
And it's a good thing he was there because otherwise that's a touchdown easy. Another good job tackling Birchfield after just a gain of 1 on that play.
It'll be good enough for a gain of 2.
South Green scores with 8 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. South Green goes up 28-19 over Seymour. 2nd and 9, Cloudland here. I don't know that we see another play-action fake with a pass here. I think we probably see a little bit more run. Good play call there a second ago, but I don't know that you go back to that again. And he is met by you got to stop. You got to stop. 3rd down and 10. 2-score game. 2-score game, 3rd and 10. You get a stop right here, get a turnover on downs, force a turnover, whatever the case may be. You get the ball back if you're North Green, a little under 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Difficult spot for North Green. They may run that little play action deep pass, or they may go to Mr. Birchfield, and they want to think about it.
It's an official timeout. I don't know what's going on here. Got a little conversation going on over here on the sideline. I'm not sure what the issue was, but we're back in play. 3rd and 10. Pitch to the outside, and there is nobody all the way to the 2nd, 3rd level for North Green. That's almost like a dagger in your heart. You've got them 3rd and 10, and what is it? We let them off the hook. We let them off the hook. We had them 3rd and 10. Got to be able to get off the field if you're North Green down 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And they are who you thought they were.
There you go. I'm glad you got that reference. Handoff fullback. Keeps his legs turning. He's going to gain 5, maybe 6 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5.
You know who started the game for the Cardinals at quarterback in that game?
Number 21, Cole on the carry.
Oh, man. Wasn't Carson Palmer.
Matt Leinart.
Matt Leinart.
USC. Yep.
That's a long time ago.
I'm not sure he lasted much longer after that, but I'm glad he's doing well in broadcasting.
Yes, he is. He's doing a great job. And it's going to be another pitch to the outside and another 1st down for Cloudland. It's going to be inside. Well, it's going to be right at the 10-yard line. I don't know if we're going to call that 1st and goal, or is it just outside?
You know who started for the Bears in that game?
Jay, was it Jay Cutler? Was he there already?
Well, a different SEC quarterback's, SEC rivals quarterback, Rex Grossman.
Okay, so that was before
the Bears went to the Super Bowl and lost to Peyton Manning.
Oh.
Well, the Colts, but we always just call it Peyton Manning.
That's it. That's all that matters. And Cloudland's going to gain 9 yards down to the 1. And it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. North Green, you can kind of feel the energy. Kind of feel the energy being sucked out right now. They've played a really good game. I mean, they've had a couple of plays that did not go their way. But so far in this game, North Green has played a good game. Handoff fullback, and he's going to fall forward. We'll wait for the signal. It's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown, Cloudland. For the moment, they extend their lead 30-8. And as we've seen a couple of different times, they do go for 2 in this situation. So they will try to extend their lead to a further 3-score game.
You really feel for North Green's quarterback. He's had 3 turnovers, and it looks like his teammates and coaches are trying to encourage him. But I'm sure it's mentally tough on him.
It has to. It has to. I mean, like you were talking about video games earlier. When you throw 3 interceptions in an NCAA video game, you're ready to throw the controller out the window.
Or you're ready to throw it some more.
or a little bit more. That's right. And North Green is able to keep him out of the end zone. And for the moment, North Green finding a little bit of life. You like to see that resiliency there. And we got looks like a cramp there with that. We'll take a break here on Corner Pond Friday Night Light, presented by Tommie's Plumbing. North Green trails Cloudland 30-8.
Tommie's Plumbing has provided professional plumbing services to the residents of Greeneville, Tennessee for over 30 years. Our experience and reputation have helped us grow our business to add locations in Jonesboro, Tennessee. Tommie's Plumbing is local and family owned, and we offer a full line of plumbing services, such as kitchen faucet, shower faucets, commodes, and bathroom faucets, as well as drain cleaning. We also provide outside plumbing work, such as septic and sewer drain cleanouts, as well as repair and replace. Tommie's Plumbing pretty much does it all. Tommie's Plumbing is licensed, bonded, and insured. Our quality workmanship and passion to provide our clients with expert service is second to none. We guarantee we have the best warranty around. For all your plumbing needs, give Tommie's a call at 638-3662.
Pizza, pancakes, or donuts. The Davy Crockett Travel Center in Baileyton has the cure for all your cravings. While you're there, shop our general store for souvenirs, gifts, and cellular accessories. In a hurry, grab a cold drink and a hot dog to go. Check us out on Facebook and come to Baileyton.
We're back here on the Corner Pond Friday Night Lights presented by Tommie's Plumbing. Cloudland goes ahead 30-8 over North Green here with 6 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And last time we saw a little pooch kick. We'll see what we see here this time. And that time the tee did go further than the ball. And I will tell you, I've never seen anything like this. It's the second time that that's happened. Speaking of Matt Leinart, speaking about that, that was Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush. That was the Texas USC BCS championship game, right?
Yes, sir.
Probably one of the best 3-4 football games in the history of college football.
In terms of excitement and hype, and you got multiple Heisman Trophy winners on one side and future Titans quarterback on the other. And, well, there were 6 touchdowns scored in that game between Lindale White and
Reggie Bush
and Vince Young.
Oh, that's right.
And both of them wound up coming to the Titans. And needless to say, I was excited for a little while, but didn't really pan out.
Well, and you know, Matt Leinart didn't really pan out either. Just a wild stat there. Yeshua Vaught gets the handoff. He's going to gain 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6. You know, if you could just keep that steady pace going. You know, and I will say this. I was here earlier in the year whenever North Green played Cloudland or Cumberland Gap on a Monday. And North Green was down 2 touchdowns with like 7 minutes to go in the game. And ended up coming back and had a chance to go in and win the game at the very end, and they fumbled it. So I'm not counting North Green out yet. It's still just a 3-score game. It seems like a lot because, you know, one team has 30 and the other team has 8. But it's just a 3-score game and anything can happen. Yeshua Vaught's going to fight for 2-3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5, 3rd down and 6.
Vault on the carry. Be good enough for a gain of 1.
Well, if North Green can get a first down here, I imagine that may give them just a little bit of spark and momentum. And while I'm sure North Green's tired, I'm sure Cloudland's tired as well.
Probably even more so. They certainly have more players, probably an entire team that's going both ways, not getting a lot of stoppage. Play action fake out to Grayson Collins. Grayson makes 1-2 miss, but he's going to be upended back where he started. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5 for the Huskies. Good play design. I don't know if there was just nobody out there to block for North Green or if just nobody did block. But it's going to bring up 4th and 5 for North Green.
It does seem like North Green should try to get Grayson Collins involved more with him being a former quarterback and moving him outside somewhere at an opportunity to get him the ball and make some plays. Let's see if they can make a few efforts towards that here.
Yes. 4th and 5, and they're going to try to draw them off sides. I wonder if they're going to actually snap the ball. And they do jump, but it's North Green, unfortunately, that jumps. And, you know, Coach Tilson's over here yelling. He's yelling, go, go, run the play, run the play. I don't know if that was for show or if they were really supposed to be snapping it.
Well, I can see one of the players on our little youth football team down with the South Green Rebels. And by the way, that's nothing against North Green. It's just the only bunch that has little youth teams at the moment. And we do the little drill where you yell down, set, hup, but you tell the team, don't move. This is the only time I don't want you to listen to me.
Grayson Collins is back to kick. He's not back very deep. Be 4th and 11, though, so I imagine you definitely are punting here. It'll be a little rugby-style kick. Great punt. Great roll.
But, Lord, it's going to be about the 11-yard line.
That is an excellent punt by Grayson Collins. And with 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go, we're going to take a break here on Corner Pond Friday Night Lights. When we come back, Cloudland's going to have it 1st and 10 on their own 11-yard line. We'll be back right after this. At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing, and we're back early as they've started the drive here already. Cloudland's going to run to the outside with another tall sweep, and he's going to gain 12, 13 yards. I didn't see a number. With a timeout, we do. Timeout North Green. And we'll take it. We'll go back to Corner Pond commercial here with this timeout. We'll wait. A lot of whistles going on. We'll be back on Grassroots Media. At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greeneville, Tennessee. We're back here on Corner Pond Friday Night Lights presented by Tommie's Plumbing. It is first down and 10 for the Cloudland Highlanders.
From the 24-yard line.
And we have under 4 minutes, 3 minutes and 36 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Handoff outside. And again, we saw a lot of Cole earlier today. Grayson Cole, he got the first 3 or 4 carries of the game. And he's gotten the last 2 now. I don't know if Birchfield's hurt or if they're just trying to preserve his legs because they've ridden on the back of Birchfield tonight.
It may be the first time he's run this direction all night, though. I'm not sure I ever got a good look at him before.
And I say that just as I say that, I believe Birchfield's back in there again. He's an Ironman, as you said. He's an Ironman athlete tonight. Handoff fullback. And he's going to gain 3-4 yards. It's going to be good enough for a first down. We have another first down for Cloudland. And if you're North Green, you are trying to hold on for dear life right now. But Cloudland, again, it's strange to me because Cloudland only has 17 players dressed, but they are still able to just move the football here late in the game, even though they've played a lot of football.
And Birchfield's been getting good yards per carry. And if you notice, he's got the dirtiest jersey on the team.
He does.
It looks like he's ready to get it dirtier.
He does. Great job. Great job by North Green there, getting in the way of the throwing lane, knocking that pass down because fullback in the flat was wide open and Cam Peppers had a lot of green grass in front of him to heading towards the end zone. Second down and 10. Clock has stopped. We're right at 2 minutes 30 seconds, 2 minutes 31 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Handoff Birchfield around that outside edge. He's going to break 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and after a gain of 12, it's going to bring up a first down, and we have a Husky down in the backfield.
And
he is in some pain, and we will take the break here. We'll take the injury timeout as well. We'll be back here on Corner Pond Friday Night Lights with 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. Cloudland leads North Green 30-8. Back here on Grassroots Media, the Corner Pond Friday Night Lights, presented by Tommie's Plumbing. After the injury timeout, it's 1st and 10 Cloudland. Birchfield with the fake pitch, and it's going to be handed off underneath. And the fullback has a lot of green grass in front of him. He's going to be tackled, and that is Cam Peppers. Cam Peppers is not able to get too free. Jake Duffy again with a touchdown-saving tackle.
He's played a strong ball game. Can't explain why he's not involved on offense with a team this small, but he's played a solid ball game from safety.
He's played a really good job at safety. Unfortunately, when your free safety is the leading tackler on your team, unless you're doing a lot of safety blitzes, it's not really a stat you like to see. Cloudland again, 1st and 10. Going to be a play-action waggle. Well defended by North Green, but the pass is going to be complete. Are they going to call him inbounds? And they do. And really an impressive play there. Great job by North Green. It was a great play all the way around. North Green had it well defended. They wanted to go to the fullback in the flat. He was covered, so they looked to the deep man, and it's a really good ball towards the sideline with a sliding catch. And it's going to be another 1st down and 10. Handoff Birchfield. He's met in the hole, and he will be dropped in the hole. 2nd down, and, well, they're going to say he fell forward for 4 yards. I'm telling you, from this angle, it doesn't look like he's gaining that much.
Looks like he's gaining maybe an average of 6 yards a carry, maybe 5. And I wouldn't be surprised if he had 25 or 30 carries before it's ever.
Yeah, he has had an incredible game so far tonight, Birchfield has. Cloudland's got it again, 2nd and 6. Again, handoff fullback up the middle with a fake pitch. And North Green has the football. We're going to see if they give it to them. We're going to see if they call that a fumble. They stripped the ball going to the ground. Let's see if they call that a fumble.
Well, if so, somebody needs to go get those folks headed towards the parking lot, tell them to get back in here.
And they're going to call that 3rd down, but I'm with some of these other guys that were screaming and yelling up in the booth. North Green stripped that football. It looked like it was North Green football. It's going up 3rd down. 3rd down and short, 3rd and 2. Handoff Birchfield, and there is nobody to the outside, and Birchfield is tackled at about the 3-yard line. So we're going to bring up 1st and goal from the 3-yard line after the off-tackle run by Birchfield. And if you were North Green, 10 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter. You are teetering on continuous clock. With this touchdown, if they score this touchdown, a 2-point conversion, you're inching closer to a continuous clock, which is not how this game felt in the 1st half.
Absolutely not. And I guess statistically it's going to be awful tough for North Green to get back in this one, but it seems like a much closer game than what the scoreboard's probably about to reflect.
It does. That's going to do it in the 3rd quarter. After 3, Cloudland leads North Green 30-8. We'll be back right after this on the Corner Pond Friday Night Lights, presented by Tommie's Plumbing on Grassroots Media.
Busted pipes got you down? Need a utility line trenched out? Whatever your light backhoe needs, Groundhog Trenching is the solution. Groundhog Trenching does the digging so you don't have to. Whether you need to bore under the driveway, sidewalk, road, or maybe you just need help with your next livestock burial, Groundhog Trenching can do the job. Give us a call or even send us a text today to find out how the Groundhog can help on your next project. Call 423-823-8308. That's 423-823-8308. Remember those days when life was simpler and every corner held a treasure just waiting to be discovered? Pettit's Market was a place where memories were made and where stories were woven. Here you'll find more than just goods. You'll find a piece of the past wrapped in the embrace of today. Pettit's Market is where neighbors become friends, friends become family, and good food and love holds everything together. So step inside, make memories, eat good, and leave happy. Pettit's Market, the little store with a big welcome.
And here we are back. It's the fourth quarter. It's the last quarter to play here. North Green is on the verge of going down 4 scores. Cloudland knocking on the door. It's 2nd down and 2 from the 2-yard line. Handoff Birchfield. Touchdown Birchfield. It's his 4th of the night. It is his 4th touchdown, I believe. 5th touchdown, actually. It's his 5th touchdown on the night. And Cloudland goes ahead 36-8, pending the 2-point conversion. I'm assuming they're not going to do anything different than they have already. And, you know, we talked about it a little bit before we went to break there. This game felt like it was going to be a 1-2 score game at the very end of the night.
It sure did. And then, of course, turnovers and some blocking and, well,
untimely penalties. Little waggle play, and it was a shallow pass, but it is caught in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. North Green now trails Cloudland 38-8. And this has been a tough start to the second half for North Green. I think at this point, you know, this is a region game. This is a game where, you know, you feel like, I certainly felt this way, you felt like you had a really good opportunity to come in here and get this win. You played like at the first 15 minutes, 16 minutes of the game. It was a 1-score game at the end of the first quarter. I think it was 8-8, or maybe Cloudland had scored at that point. Just North Green had it all going for them, momentum in that first quarter and even into the second quarter. But somewhere along the way, there's been a breakdown. I don't know if it's just been tired. I think you hit the nail on the head early in the game. You know, whoever makes the fewest mistakes, and North Green has made their fair share tonight. Not only turnovers, missed blocking assignments, and then penalties as well.
Until you master the basics, just, I mean, look at Cloudland. They haven't done anything especially complicated. They've had hat-on-hat blocking. They've had lead blockers going through the hole, direct snaps. And until you master that, there's really sort of a downside to going into a more complicated setup and doing all the play action and the passing that the Huskies, unfortunately, didn't pull off successfully, and that seems to be the difference.
Yep, that is exactly right, and it is interesting. You said it there, and that's the longest kick we've seen today.
He's been holding back,
and Yeshua Vaught is going to have to go back to get this one. He's going to pick it up, and there's going to be Highlanders all around him, and he is upended at about the 13-yard line. And you know, when you see something like that, you kind of wonder, where's that been? Where's that been? Why have we not been seeing that? We've been seeing pooch kicks and onside kicks and everything else. And we do have a continuous clock running now. Clock is continuing to run now. You can see that on your screen. It's going to be under 11 minutes whenever we start this drive. You know, I think it seems really simple, but I think it's also really profound what you said. This is not a hard game. It's not complicated. I'm a baseball coach. I'm a baseball guy. And I like to coach. Whenever I'm coaching my guys, I like to tell them, look, this game is hard enough as it is. Don't make it any harder. Same thing here. All Cloudland's done is blocked well, found the holes, and ran the ball. Cut down on the mistakes, and they've got a 30-point lead in the fourth quarter. Another flag. And it looks like it's going to go against the Huskies. No, it's going to go against the Highlanders.
Well, football certainly has a tendency to be both the greatest, most spectacular, great thing in the world, and also the most horrible at the same time.
Yes, it does.
If you're winning, it's awesome. If you're losing on homecoming, it can be terrible.
It can be terrible. I've been a Tennessee fan for a long time, and it has been awful for a long time. Yeshua Vaught breaking free. It's going to be enough for a first down after a gain of 10, 8, 7 or 8. And it's going to be a gain of 8, and it is going to be first down North Green.
That was a tough run. That was a tough run by him. It's like he doesn't realize that it's a continuous clock. He's still out there playing football.
He doesn't care. I think he got hit back there, and he's like, look, I'm going to just deliver the blow now. You know, it's been a frustrating game for him. He's not gotten as many carries as I think he would like to get. And he's saying, I'm going to do what I can now. But right there, he's mad as soon as he gets the mesh point. As soon as he received the football, he had 2 Cloudland Highlanders in his lap. And he's jawing a little bit right now. And I don't blame him. I don't blame them. You mentioned it earlier. Teenage males, they have that extra energy going on, and at this point right now, this is when the game can really get a little bit too chippy.
And I'm sure he's a good teammate, and I'm sure his teammates love him. But if you look at it objectively, he's had a good ball game tonight.
He has.
And, you know, it's not his fault, you know, and I don't really want to place blame on anybody, but I mean,
no,
he's a good ball player.
When he's had the ball in his hands, he's done exactly what his team expects of him. You know, honestly, outside of the turnovers, outside of some of the boneheaded plays with penalties and stuff, really North Green has played a decent game. It's just Cloudland has done a better job on the offensive side of the ball. They've been able to move the ball whenever North Green hasn't. The Cloudland's been able to be very consistent with their movement of the football. North Green has not.
And it's really, what did we say earlier, death 6 yards at a time?
Death 6 yards at a time.
That can be
miserable.
Just truly miserable.
Because you just have to slowly watch time tick away, and especially now when you've got a running clock. Got double stacked out here. We're going to get a penalty. Again, don't know who we're pointing at. Lined up in the neutral zone. Looks like it's going to be another offside penalty against Cloudland. It's going to make it a 3rd and manageable here. Was 3rd and 14. Going to make it a 3rd and 9 here.
Credit to North Green's coach. It seems they're sort of opening the playbook a little bit, trying some new things out in a game scenario. It might come in handy a few weeks from now.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a time when you really need to find some, you know, you need to find something to go away with as a team. And Thomas Darnell going to pull it down and run. And I believe that's only the 3rd time tonight. He ran on the opening play of the game and gained 25, 30 yards. And then that's only the 3rd time we've seen him run tonight. Not exactly what I expected to see. I thought we'd see a little bit more quarterback run after the first play from scrimmage tonight.
It'll be 4th down and 6 for the Huskies.
And you got a guy going back deep. Grayson Collins is looking like he's in a punt formation. He's pretty short. He doesn't go back as far as what you normally see on punt formation. He does this rugby-style kick. His first kick was really good. Bad snap. He's going to roll out to the right. And he tried to kick it. He drops the football, and that's going to be a fumble. It's a live ball. Cloudland's going to take over 1st and 10.
Well, you can't blame him. He's doing everything he can to get that ball out of there. And, well, 2 Highlanders about the same speed as him just were able to close on him.
He, you know, low snap, rolls around, he picks it up. He's trying his best to get out of there. And then just all of a sudden, he drops the football. Chuggy Doke final, 27-6 over Claiborne. 52 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. South Green on top of Seymour, 35-25.
Took that the 23-yard line.
And clock is still ticking. We're now under 6.5 minutes, 6 minutes, 25 seconds to play. Cloudland has the football. They're going to continue to do what they do. And timeout North Green because they had Thomas Darnell trying to get off the field. So before they get a penalty, they're going to take a timeout. And we will take our final break before the end of the game here on the Korner Pond. Friday Night Lights presented by Tommie's Plumbing. At Korner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Korner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Korner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Korner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greeneville, Tennessee. Back here on Korner Pond Friday Night Lights presented by Tommie's Plumbing. And it's 1st down and 10 for Cloudland. And there's going to be nobody stopping him into the end zone. And that's going to be the first player that is not named Birchfield that scores a touchdown.
And judging on how clean his jersey is, he may have been one of those kids waiting for his turn over there, maybe a younger kid.
Walker Googe on the carry. It is. I don't know if it's his first carry of the night, but I'm like you. That jersey is untouched.
Some of those guys are going to have to pay some rent for all the Greene County dirt they're trying to take up back home this evening.
That Bayleton red clay here from exit 36. 44-8, your new score. Cloudland going to go for two again. I mean, if you're just tuning in, you might think, why in the world up 44-8? First off, you might think up 44-8. Why in the world are you running your starter out there in Birchfield? Well, you don't really have a whole lot of subs alternatives. So for North Greene, you go down 46-8 here. Running clock scenario, 6 minutes and 7 seconds to go. You're a coach. If you're Coach Eric Tilson here in this situation and you're in the huddle with your guys, what are you telling them?
Don't give up. You know, we got other games this year. Let's see what we got. If we can score a touchdown right here, we got something to build on. You younger guys, let's see what y'all got. Hey, you guys that ain't got the ball yet tonight, you're getting it now. Let's see what you can do.
Yep.
Because games are different than practice. Let's see what's happening.
Make some plays happen. And you know, you never know. I mean, there are a lot of times where you don't like to hear it when you're down by 3, 4, 5 scores late in the game. You don't like to hear the conventional answer of continue to get reps, continue to stay positive. And I'm telling you, I played at West Greene High School in 2 years. My freshman and sophomore year, we went 0-10 both years. We were awful. So as we get ready to kick off here, I know what it's like to be down by, I know what it's like to be down by 60, 70 points late in the fourth quarter. Be fielded by Yeshua Vaught. He's going to find a little bit of room up the middle. He makes one man miss, and he's going to be tackled at about the 40. We'll actually call it the 37-yard line. But I've been on the receiving end of these kind of games, and it is, you know, it's hard to keep that morale boosted if you were North Greene, but as you said, it's something you have to do.
Well, it builds character. I tell people I certainly learned more about life and winning by getting my skull beat in Burley Stadium a few times than really any victory you get. It teaches toughness.
It does. It teaches a lot about, you know, stick-to-itiveness, if that's a word, and just staying with it, not giving up, continuing to fight, all those things, and they're all good things. Yeshua Vaught delivering the blow at the line of scrimmage, going to gain 3 yards on the play, going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Huskies. And clock again will continue to tick. We're now down under 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter in the game.
When you were going over some of those scores, Greeneville High School, West Greene, South Greene, Chucky Dope, it's been a pretty good year for Greeneville and Greene County high schools. After week 2, I think there was only one loss, and it was North Greene to West Greene, so nobody outside the county had beat anybody around here.
Right, it has been that kind of year for Greeneville, Greene County. And really for the last few years, Greene County sports, Greene County athletics have been exceptional. I mean, you've had several teams that have either won state championships or individuals who have won state championships or competing for state championships in either state playoffs or, you know, North Greene basketball team last year, probably one of the best stories that, you know, a lot of people just didn't really know until it came down to the end of the year. And we started telling that story that North Greene had 7 girls basketball players last year, 7, and ended up making it all the way to the state tournament there in Murfreesboro. One of the top 8 teams in the state, and they had 7 girls on the team.
Are many of those ladies coming back?
Quite a few of them are. I actually asked Coach today how many he was going to have on the team, and Thomas Darnell has nearly intercepted 2 Cloudland defenders getting each other's way. It would normally stop the clock, but it does not in this situation. It is 3rd down. Many of them do. I actually asked Coach if he's going to have more than he did last year, and he said 1 more. And I said, so 8? And he goes, well, that's not true. We're actually only going to have 7. So they're back to 7 again, but, you know, you can't count them out. North Greene basketball is always good.
Maybe there's an advantage. Well, unless it's hard throwing into double coverage like that, sometimes they sort of fight over who gets it, and it winds up hitting the ground.
And North Greene is going to punt it again, it looks like. A little rugby-style kick, and that ball is going to go right out of bounds. It's going to be a punt of 2 yards. And again, just I think, you know, what we saw there was we saw Grayson Collins just trying to get out of harm's way and kick that ball down the field, but he held on to it a little bit long, went off the side of his foot, and clock's going to continue to run. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Cloudland on top of North Green, 46-8. And you'd like to say that you're going to see the subs come in for Cloudland, but who do you have?
Maybe number one.
I'd imagine you would want to as a coach, like not put your studs in harm's way here late in the game, but I don't know that you have a choice, especially on the offensive line. Handoff fullback, and that's going to be Cam Peppers. Cam Peppers is going to find a lot of room to run around the right side, and there's going to be a touchdown-saving tackle at the 14-yard line. There is a penalty flag. You got a penalty flag back here at the line of scrimmage, and it is holding. And if you are Cam Peppers, and really the rest of Cloudland's football team, look at him. That is a walk that you don't want to have to make. You just expended all that energy, and now you have to walk all the way back and then walk 10 yards farther back after the holding call.
And they sort of just wiped away that touchdown-saving tackle that to me, if I was the coach, I would make sure I make note of it.
Yeah, and you've seen a few of those tonight, which, again, you don't really like that as a stat to see, hey, we've had 10 touchdown-saving tackles. Normally when that happens, that means that they're gaining a lot of yards, which has been the case. We're about to tick under a minute to go here in this game. Handoff, and a lot of room out the left side, and he's got the speed, he's got the wheels. He's going to pick up a first down. It's a gain of about 30 yards on the play, and on that carry was, again, we're going back to the guy that we've not called his name since earlier on in the game, Grayson Cole. And time is now under a minute. We're at 55 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter.
Well, getting back to that touchdown a second ago, looks like Leon Johnson was the guy that made it. Looks like he's a freshman. He's out there trying to impress the coach.
That's exactly what we just talked about.
Is blocking the gate to the baseball field.
I don't know what that is. And we got a knee. We are kneeling, and that's going to do it. It's going to end the game here tonight. Cloudland's going to take home a victory 46-8 as they're going to celebrate with the visiting crowd as their fans are excited and elated over here. Coach Eric Tilson, I think, there's going to be a lot of questioning. And I will say that fans from Bayleton and all around are going to be questioning the job that Coach Tilson and company have done so far this year, just because nobody likes to lose. Nobody likes to be losing. But this is a game in the first quarter, really in the first half. North Green looked to be in this game.
North Green probably had Cloudland a little bit scared in the first quarter.
Yes.
Cloudland expected to come in here and get this result, but it didn't look that way at the beginning.
Right. I mean, because, it wasn't just even offensively. I mean, North Green was doing things offensively that were successful. You think Yeshua Vaught, 55-yard touchdown run, which, again, was just the only score for tonight for North Green.
And that was their first offensive play.
It was.
Right?
Well, on that second series,
Okay.
Thomas Darnell on the first play on the quarterback keeper here. But then defensively, they get them to turn the ball over. They get them to turn over on downs. They finally give up the score there on the third drive, I believe it was. But Cloudland's, like you just said, Cloudland's fans, Cloudland coaching staff, they're all sitting around thinking, look, this is not what we expected out of this North Green team. We expected to come in here, score at will, run the ball effectively, get first downs, run the clock down, and win this game soundly, which they did. 46-8 is what you would consider a sound victory. But that first half was a different story altogether, because if you think North Green, it was a two-score game. It was 24-8 at halftime. But Cloudland scored with only a minute and a half, 2 minutes to go in the half to make it a two-score game. It was actually just 16-8 just before the half.
North Green had plenty of opportunities. And it sounds like a broken record. Turnovers, blocking, holding on to the ball. So hats off to Cloudland. They played a good game, and they played their game.
They did. And they finally were able to get untracked and do things the way that they needed to do them. Tonight's final, Cloudland comes to Bayleton and takes home a 46-8 win. That's obviously going to make the ride back to Roan Mountain feel a little bit better for the Highlanders. For North Green, they dropped the game. and they moved to 2-5 on the season so far this year. They have 2 region games left. They play Cosby, they play Unaka. They also play Happy Valley, but they play Cosby, Unaka. They have to win those games. They feel confident that they have to win those games, especially to keep their second-place seeding in the region or third-place seeding in the region. If you're North Green, you know, you've got to come out of this game and soul-search in that locker room tonight and then next week at practice. You have to get things together. You have to come back out and say, we don't want to feel this way again. We have to come back out here next week, get things right, get ready to go next week because we have 3 games coming up. 2 of them are region, and they're important games.
If I'm Coach Tilson, I'm probably not doing too much screaming because you certainly don't want to lose your team at this point in the season. I might ask some of my seniors to have a meeting with me for a few minutes after the game and tell them, hey, talk to the guys yourselves. You guys take ownership of the team, and maybe you guys can correct the ship at this point in the season.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly what you need is a course correction. Absolutely. Well, Joseph, I appreciate you being here with me tonight. Appreciate you doing it.
Yes, sir.
It's been fun.
Appreciate
You've done a great
invitation.
job. Absolutely. Anytime that we are calling a game and don't have the radio broadcasting it, you are welcome to do it. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing it by myself. So it's always nice to have a partner in the booth as well. But for Joseph McAfee, I'm Dalton Lamb. This has been the Corner Pond Friday Night Lights presented by Tommie's Plumbing. This has been the Week 7 Game of the Week. Cloudland takes home a victory 46-8 over the North Green Huskies here on Homecoming. Join us next time. Join us in the morning over at Pizza Inn for the Pizza Inn